restore your dead to life. But perhaps I can give you justice in the name of our king.
And here we are, the podcast that drinks and knows things. I am Luke, and I am joined with a bunch of awesome people. Ben, Sly of House McLean.
Hello,
What
hello.
what are
Let's
you
go
drinking?
Blues.
Let's Go
Uh,
Blues is right, yeah.
yeah, won the series
Right over
today.
there.
I am drinking a cerveza mixture of Coronas and Pacificos and a couple other variety pack beers that were very, very tasty and very, very cheap. So
Classic Sly, and I love it. Also joining me is Gertie of House Condescension. Abby, what's up, my friend?
Nothing much.
What
Just,
are you
hanging
drinking?
out. I'm not drinking anything because I got real nervous and ran up here to make sure I was on time. And my wine's way downstairs and my leg's still real broken. So the Easter Bunny was really hopping along before the stream. Luckily, he has made it. He has landed. Drinks when we get finished.
And a surprise special guest, Chloe from Drunk, A Song of Ice, of Fire and History, and Girls Gone Canon. Welcome back.
Hey guys, thanks so much for having me. I'm so glad you hit me a message when you did. This was a
Like
very
20
last
minutes
second.
ago.
Yeah, literally 20 minutes ago. But thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be here. I've been drinking mimosas since like 4 p.m. So this is the best way to end my night. Absolutely. And I also want to shout out that I'm sporting a House Condescension shirt here in my house. If you guys don't have one, you really need it. Absolutely. Check it out. Yeah, it is House Gertie's the best way to go. House Condescension. So
Yeah,
thanks for
fine.
having me, gang.
They're okay. House Condescension.
Okay, Luke.
They're
okay, Luke.
I
Thanks
like
for
them.
buying your shirt.
I
Oh my
like
God.
them.
I got you, baby girl. I would never. These boys, like Luke, I love you and all, but at what cost?
No,
At what cost?
Abby is easily the best of us. There's never been a doubt about that. Like
Every time I wear it, I'm just gonna think like, you're doing great, Abby.
If I'm the best of us, I have really low hopes for the rest of season 8.
Abby, don't short sell it. Don't short sell it. They actually like us right now, so let's keep that going.
All right, keep it rolling.
A little bit of confidence will go a long way. But
All right.
we are here doing just a episode 1 of season 8 speculations chat. We're just chatting about the next on and really nothing else. This is going to be kind of quick, but hopefully, fun and enjoyable for everyone. This podcast and all of the podcasts at thepodcastthat.com are brought to you with the love and support of our beautiful Imaginary Legion patrons. Learn more about our Patreon reward tiers at patreon.com/stayimaginary. Also, check out patreon.com/girlsgonecanon to get your shit together and check out what the moms are up to.
Yeah.
What are the moms up to?
God damn, dude, we're up to a lot. We're content machines this season, like everybody. I know this is all of us creators are all like, all right, this is it. Get your shit together. You
I
better
guess I'm
pump
not
out
sleeping for a
episodes."
month. Like that, that's fine.
We're all like militia, walking in, got to pump out these episodes. But we're doing season 8 coverage every Tuesday. That will be out on a place where you listen to podcasts. Girls Gone Canon. Look us up. iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, etc. We're starting a new book series after show season. I'm not allowed to say what, but we are. And coming up next weekend, which you guys I will see during this time, we are doing a live stream for VIP patron members and friends at Ice and Fire Con. Unofficial, not linked to the convention, but we are doing our live stream during the con. So it'll be right after watching episode 3, the big battle at Winterfell. So
I am so excited for Ice and Fire Con. I'm not actually ready, but I am so excited for it. I don't know.
Yes,
hands up
same.
if you're going and if you're ready. That should be all for it.
I'm kind of ready.
You said
I'll get
ready.
there.
I was like,
I didn't mean
got
to say
the car
ready.
booked.
Hands up
That's
if you're going and you're excited.
Farther than I am, Ben. You're doing great.
I
And
started
Luke,
making
really quick,
cookies,
since you're
so
by
I'm pretty ready.
can you? We were asking you put the link to the T Public.
I sure can.
Chat.
I can definitely do that. But before I do that, while I'm finding it, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about something else that's really fun. These Saturday chats, we're typically gonna have another good friend of the show that you met with us last week, drinking Game of Thrones. They let us down and couldn't be here, but to pay homage to Haley Bowery and crew. I wanted to even up the ante on what a true trial of ice and fire is.
Ooh.
I completely appreciate the Smirnoff Ice and the full bottle of Fireball that I have here that I would never have in my house, but I wanna up the ante a bit and do a specialized drinks and nose. This is even harder than that.
Counter offer?
A counter offer, if you will. And this
I don't
is,
know if I support this. I'm just gonna put that out there.
we'll see how this stream goes after this. A Bud Ice and a double shot of Dragon's Blood mead. Made
Oh no! Wait, is that Dragon's Blood meat? Wow,
Dragon's
you're crazy.
Blood
You're
mead.
crazy. You're out of control, Luke.
I'm out of control.
You're
This
out of
is
control.
this is mead made with Carolina Reaper peppers, the hottest pepper in the world. And I think this is a little bit tougher than the Smirnoff Ice with a Fireball shot. So here's back at you, drinking Game of Thrones, and cheers to my cohorts if you would like to drink along with me. I didn't supply enough for everybody, so.
Ugh. And now his watch has ended.
Yeah. Somebody put him on mute.
Well, that went down
Oh.
quick.
Oh my god. Luke, don't throw up on stream.
Now his watch has ended.
I got nothing to shoot, so
And there we go. Looking at you, drinking Game of Thrones. All right. So
Well, now I
let's
gotta
learn
get
how to
another
read
beer. I'll be
again.
back.
What'd you say,
Oh.
Ben? He'll be back.
Oh, he's gone.
I gotta go get another beer. I'll be back.
Okay, so we are here talking about the speculations for the upcoming episode 2. So, real quick, if for those who haven't seen or listened to the Girls Gone Canon chat about episode 1, what are your just real quick overall thoughts, like 25 seconds on episode 1, Chloe?
All right, hold on. Give me a second here. I got to prep, All right. Episode 1 was great. It was solid. A lot of people complained about the pacing. I think the pacing was fine. You have to get back in the groove of Game of Thrones. It's every season we do it, so it is what it is. Some stuff was lame. The Bronn plot, who the fuck cares? Should have killed him off last season. I get it. He has a contract. Let's move on. Cersei's great. King's Landing kind of fell flat, though. Euron's boring. Qyburn, all the Winterfell stuff was good. Sansa, Dany catfight, okay. Also, didn't Dany burn all of the South's extra crop last season?
That was
Yeah.
incredibly succinct, and I expected nothing
Interesting.
less from you.
Yeah, interesting. Also, really excited for the Jaime shit, but we're going to talk about that later. That's about it.
I agree on almost everything. And it's
I agree on everything.
the almost that I put on there is more just like I wanted to emphasize the catty Dany and Sansa stuff. We just don't need it. Like I just fundamentally don't need it. We had that last season with Sansa and Arya. We just didn't need it then either. It just feels like rehashing of that, but like I get it. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and play a little bit of the audio to, I know us here in the panel won't be able to hear it, but I'll read it aloud after this first segment of the audio.
When I was a child, my brother would tell me a bedtime story about the man who murdered our father.
When I was a child, my brother used to tell me a story about the man that murdered our father.
About all the things we would do to that man.
And all the things we would do to that man. And then it looks at Jaime. So Benj, I'm gonna go to you first.
Yeah, so obviously this is probably gonna tick me off or annoy me because this whole thing, and I get it. You have to build drama, you have to build suspense, and Jaime has to answer for his crimes that he's committed. But killing the Mad King was not a crime. He did the right thing. Even Dany admits that later on when she found out from Barristan what kind of person he actually was. But the big thing is she's saying, she's making it sound like, and all the things we would do to him and all this. Yeah, your brother was fucking insane. Your brother was a nut job. So you want to bring this up. Like, I used to hear stories from my brother. Yeah, a fucking psycho that you've said was a fucking psycho. So really? You're going to go with this aspect of it? I mean, I get it, the family issues and all that, but he was still insane. So where does that leave you if you're thinking about what he's talking about?
Um,
Abby, thoughts on that?
so my thought is this is a next on. They're getting us hyped and pumped up, right? They don't want to show all their cards. So I feel like we have this statement and all the things he used to talk about, all the things we would do for you. But good thing for you, I'm not my brother. I just feel like
Mhm.
that sentence is coming, not sentence, that next part of the sentence is coming, or
Who was the last
But-
person that called me Danny? My brother. Not great company, is what Danny said last season, right? I mean, like,
Yes.
she gets it.
so I think that they're trying to make us. When I first watched, I'm like, wait. This is like Jamie, and he's doing this good guy thing, and come on, Danny. And then I was like, well, not gonna get me. Not
Chloe.
gonna do it.
Not gonna do it. Got my
Not
night
gonna do
vision
it.
goggles.
That's right.
Ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, and
Thanks.
I do agree with you, Ab. I think they're leading us on, but I'm taking it as face value on this. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if it were, that's my feeling of. So I do understand exactly. I think they're they're
I
winding
think
us up.
that's my hope. Like let's because at this point, how many episodes are there? There's 6, so we're 1 down. We have 5 to go.
We got 5 in the chamber.
Like you gotta like cut through, like get his little togetherness. Like it's the quick. We're walking north of the wall. Hey, I know you. I knew your father. I knew this guy. Here's a sword. Here's
They
this.
walk
Quit
and they
whinging.
talk.
We're all friends. Like it's got to be that like quick thing so I can get into the good stuff.
Chloe, what are your thoughts on that?
Totally agree. They're putting us on. It's misdirection and it's blatant misdirection, but I don't think it will be immediate. She's going to be cool with it. I think first we're going to hear from a panel of people. We're going to hear from Brienne. She's going to stick up for Jamie. We're going to hear from Bran. He's going to basically say, hey, you awakened my powers, so I can't hate you. It was always meant to happen,
It's
or some
cool. Like,
bullshit. And
it's
he's going to say
fine.
it. He's
I'm
going to be
over
like,
it.
it was always meant to happen.
I'm the
Jamie
three-eyed raven.
Lannister.
I don't
You
know
what
what
I
a
mean?
feeling
Like,
is.
yeah.
Like, it's
So
fine.
that's gonna happen, and he's gonna be like, I don't regret it, whatever. Bran's gonna give him the seal of approval, and then Sansa is gonna be like, my mother charged you with protecting me and fulfilling your oath. Are you an oath breaker as well as a kingslayer? You know, and she's gonna basically call him out and say, like, you have to be a part of us. That is what it is. Sorry, kid, you're in our pack. Or should I say, sorry, daddy? Fucking Jamie Lannister. Anyways, not to fetishize Jamie Lannister here. He's just a very well put together character as a male. I appreciate his whole thing.
I appreciate
whole
his whole
thing.
thing too.
It's his butt. I'm
Which-
talking about his
which
butt.
thing?
But
I'm talking about all
butt.
his things.
But
All
yeah,
the
so
things.
we're gonna get to Danny, and she's totally gonna.
I'm trying
do
to
the
up our
whole-
LGBTQIA plus numbers here. I appreciate all of Jamie Lannister.
Just understand, a See Even podcast corruption. You just want the clicks, Luke, and I get it. I
Hey,
get it.
I'll take. I appreciate Cliff.
I appreciate clicks.
But yeah, in the end, everybody's gonna be like, cool, Jamie, you're one of us. And the bigger thing here that's way more important than whether or not they accept Jamie is Jamie showing up and Tyrion's gonna look like a prick. Like he's gonna look like a major asshole because he was all, well, my sister would never not come north. She's gonna come and the Lannister troops are gonna help you. And like Sansa's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Jamie's about to confirm, oh no, Cersei's gonna betray the fuck out of you. Like that's what's happening.
Yeah, I very much agree with both of you ladies. I don't think it's gonna be a right away approval for Jamie, but I think it's gonna be a little bit, truly, for the way the show is going, it's gonna feel a little bit artificial. Like
Mhm.
I think we all know the end game of Jamie's gonna be fighting with these guys, and it's gonna be okay. Like I don't think there's any hesitation on that. Let me know if you disagree. But they're not. They have to question him, right? They have to see where his true loyalty
Yeah.
lies. And I know you Chloe just kind of brought up the downplaying of Tyrion's side of that, but like Tyrion, I think is also still has a lot of cachet, social cachet
Oh, yeah.
in that room. And he's also very much going to be on Jamie's side, I think, of, yeah, he may have made, decisions for the other team at this point, but if he's here for a good goddamn reason. I agree with Brienne is going to stick up for him. I agree that Sansa has her thoughts, and Bran is probably going to stick up for him because he doesn't really care at this point. I would not be where I am without him doing this to me. Like, that's not even a factor for Bran. That's like Mira leaving and being like, thanks.
Okay, bye.
Like, it's just the thanks for getting me to where I am right now. And I love Bran. I'm not saying he's the most emotionally satisfying character in the show right now, but I love him, and I love that he doesn't wear his contacts on screen because that makes him more displaced. If you've seen his Jimmy Kimmel conversation of why Sophie Turner was like, wow, you're looking into my soul. And he's like, wasn't wearing contacts, can't see anything. That's probably why. Check that out. But
Yes.
I really think we're going to get a little bit of, I want to use the term fan service to make it seem like, wow, that was tough on Jamie, but it's not really going to be tough. We all know he's going to end up fighting for the living, which in this case right now, I am terming just this Northern Coalition, this Targaryen Northern Coalition, and whoever the fuck wants to fight the Night's King in episode 3, which is what it seems like we're leading to, which we'll get to next week. But Benj.
So Luke, really quick, I put it out to the chat. If anybody has a QA or anything, want to get our opinions on it, just tag me or one of the mods, and they'll pass it along. I did see one. Do you think, from Shannon Thompson, do you think Bran will bring up the shoving out to? I would say she just said will Bran be the one bringing it up, but I'll put it
Well,
out there.
first off, Shannon Thompson drank.
But do you think Bran will bring it up to the group of what Jamie did, or?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
To me, I agree. No brainer. Yes. Abby, what are your thoughts on it?
I think he's gonna be like, well, this thing happened and he pushed me out, and everybody's gonna be like, holy shit, oh my god.
Because
He's like, no,
Abby,
no,
in
cool.
Abby, in your experience, who all knows that it was Jamie that did it?
Tyrion.
And even then, like, does he know that? Like, who would know for sure?
Brienne.
It's speculation.
Brienne knows.
Yes.
Brienne would be the only person that I think was specifically told.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're right on that, and I think Sansa won't. I think Sansa's going to speak before Bran does. I think Bran will be the. Oh my god! Sorry about my cat just happening in the background.
That's what Brienne would say. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Sorry about my cat happening in the background.
Do you see this? I don't know what's happening here. She's just.
What's your cat's name?
This is Alysanne.
Alysanne.
Yep, my little queen. She's a little shit. But yeah, Sansa isn't going to speak before Bran. Bran is going to have the final word before Dany has her word on it. So Sansa's going to start speaking, and Bran's going to like say some spaced out shit and be like, aha, I've hit 7 bongs today, and here's what I have to tell you. And then Sansa and Arya and everybody anyone in the room is going to be like, the fuck? The fuck did he just say? Just like looking at him. But then Dany's gonna do that little like da-da-da nightmare, but you, Jaime Lannister, may serve with honor or some bullshit. I don't know. Whatever. I could write the show. I could.
I don't even think I'm gonna watch, honestly.
7 mimosas in. I could write the show.
Why even watch at this point? I already know what's gonna happen. Chloe just said it, so cool.
So yeah, my personal opinion, I did answer this in the chat, but I think Bran won't say anything. I don't think he's the type to rat him out for something like that, but I think Jamie will admit to it to the crowd, and I think he will own it himself before making Bran have to do it. And I don't think Bran would have to. It's one of those, I don't think Bran would do it, just his personality wise. He doesn't. There's no need to harken back on it. But I think I think it will come out, and Jamie will be the one to breach it to the crowd.
All right, I'm gonna take over this for a second. You ready for it?
I don't know if I'm ready for it, but let's make it happen.
This is a yes or no question. No expounding. I don't want to hear anything else besides yes or no. Will ghosts show up in this next episode? Thank you for your question, Karen and Gabe. No, Benj.
No, not this
Hey.
one. He will Ghost and Nymeria
Hey,
will be in
wait.
the season.
Hey, stop it. No expounding means no more talking.
Hey,
Say
can
yes
I
or no.
expound though real quick? I haven't
No! Oh my
expounded.
God.
Wait, but Abby, wait. Where's my? Hold on. Doesn't this get me a free credit?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. So
God
what I
damn
was
it.
gonna say, Ghost is gonna show up in like episode 4 or 5, and guess what's gonna happen? He's gonna die. Game over. Have a good night. Bye, guys.
Poor Ghost.
I'm not expounding. I'm saying Ghost and Nymeria will be in this season.
Yes,
That's all.
but
That's all. I'm not saying when or how. I'm just saying they
But
will.
not episode 2.
Not episode 2.
All right.
no, I'd say episode 3 or 4, maybe 3. Maybe he does some shit in Winterfell.
That's anyway. I'm not expounding. Not saying I
I'm not
disagree.
expounding.
I'm
I
not
was
saying
I was we have to live with her. You can walk away knowing that you're her hero.
I know.
So all right. Another question from Shan Thompson. Did any of you see the rings on the intro, not the main, but on the ground, at staring at the wall and ran to Winterfell? It ended as an odd, large ring on the south side of Winterfell. So basically, I think you're talking about the tiles, which we had discussed. It kind of made it.
Well,
seem...
again, real quick, Shannon drank as always. She always tells me, Luke, drink. So I have to make sure that I verbally reciprocate.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we noticed that. Any kind of thoughts on it? Because I know we kind of talked about it, just kind of showing the White Walkers marching. Unless I'm misinterpreting what you were. Oh,
No rings to the left of the tiles.
I did not notice those. I can't say that I did.
I would need to watch it again specifically for that.
Yeah.
I have not specifically rewatched the intro for it in general,
He's
but
just yelling at us saying not those rigs. So whatever we're talking about,
The
we have no idea.
the wraparound thingy with you're talking about the story, right,
the
Shannon?
astrolabe?
You're talking about the
Astrolabe.
astrolabe. Yeah, the astrolabe. And how it has Daenerys as the big mama dragon birthing the 3 dragons, and then you have the comet, and then there's the twins. You have the lion with the fish in its mouth.
right,
And
saw that.
you have
for the,
Grey Wind, basically, and Rob, and what's the other one? There's one more, isn't there?
the last one's like
Oh, the wall breaking, and Viserion going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe she's type of something else.
Yeah, so fine. I will rewatch it again later on to see, and if there's something I notice, I'll bring
I
it
don't
up
know,
on Monday
yeah.
night.
But in
Okay.
general, again,
I have to
since this is the
rewatch it.
first time that we've had Chloe since the new intro, what are your thoughts on the new intro? Did you? I know when I was watching it, it like turned on. I was like, wow, either we have like really shitty bandwidth right now through HBO Now, or something's different. Because it's so smoothed out compared to what it used to look like, right? I
I
mean,
think it's so great, though. I think it's really cool. The tiles turning over was such a nice touch, like with the ice as they traveled. And
did it make you think of
wanna
the
know
game
if it's
Guess
gonna
Who?
change, right? Like I want to know, as we went through the last seasons, it changed with locations. So I hope it changes, because I also am worried that it's like only those locations. I'm like, are we really only going to see like King's Landing and the North? I think we'll go to Riverlands, I guess, but
We had the last Hearth, right? That
yeah. Well,
that
that's
was cool.
over.
Yeah, I think we're probably done there. If I had to guess, we're not going to see that again. Did the
No.
tiles falling over make you think of Guess Who?
Yes.
Right?
Like this White Walker boy.
The
Okay, you
clacking,
guys
like-
remember my theory? I think we talked about this last time, but the White Walkers and how they're all boyfriends.
Oh yeah,
I think they're all boyfriends, all 4 of them, or 7, or however many there are anymore.
at least
I think they're like
7.
together. The long-haired one, the pretty one with like the short-haired spiky head guy. Like I'm just saying, if they're characters, I want them to be characters.
Yeah, that's pretty fair, I think.
Give them
Especially
love.
especially for how Beyond the Wall went, where like, hey, you could just have a javelin, and how episode 4 for season 7 went with like, hey, if you just have a scorpion, we can launch these things.
Yes.
I
Really quick from
very,
me.
very much think we're going the way, as AU Pat Mule puts it, going the way of Hobbit 2.0, with someone using a bow or
Yeah.
a larger bow to take down a dragon and or white dragon. I just
Yeah,
think
it's almost
I-
been Chekhov gunned. Yeah.
Man, yeah, there's so much in like the history of things. I could see that. But
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see it in the show. Maybe. I feel like it might not even happen. And speaking of, we did get a QA, you guys, from BS0B. They
Mhm.
want to know, will we see Nymeria in the pack? I'll go Abby on this.
Yes,
Everybody say
I
your
I
already.
answer.
appreciate you
No
taking the
context.
reins on
Go.
this.
I already predicted that in when she said that's not you, that she will come back and save Arya somehow.
That was
Bold
like
bet. That's a bold bet.
7-2. I
Yeah,
think
that's what
that you were. I think that was one of your predictions. Then
that
we
it
will
was one
see
of
her again, and we will
yeah.
see the pack again. I believe.
hmm
I agree
Yep,
Yeah.
that you said that.
I did. So I'm gonna stick with it.
I think it's gonna happen too. I think
Yeah.
it would be a pretty big letdown for the pack not to show up again. Like that, I wouldn't be surprised by the show, but I would be let down if that is a total storyline that's let go. I know the show has shied away from using direwolves, but this is they have to not fuck around at this point, right? I mean, like they have to have some closure on certain things. There can be things left open in the long run. I'm okay with that. Like you can't answer every single question, but something like episode 1, every Stark child has a dire wolf. That has to be closed. To me, that is a very in this story narrative that has to be tied up. And I think it would be a disservice if that doesn't happen.
What about you, Ben? What you got?
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely do believe it. Not to get too much into it, but I caught a shot in the trailers that made me absolutely feel like it's confirmed
Ooh,
that yes,
okay.
there's about just a half-second clip that I thought, yep, there they are. So, from based off of that, I go, yeah, that's
And they're
there.
both carrying Valyrian steel for sure.
They got Valyrian steel fangs. They went the titanium
They're
route,
called
but
grills at this point.
yeah,
You
Valyrian
know,
steel grills.
Valyrian steel drills. Honestly, I mean, Gendry's working hard in that forge. You never know. I do wonder if they're going to get the Wolfpack back. I think it would be in the Riverlands, and I think they're going to have to go to House Tully. I think, like in episode 4 or 5 or some crap, they're going to end up there because you have to get Edmure, and that's probably where food's left, right? You're going to go to Pike maybe, and then maybe go through the Riverlands and the God's Eye for that last battle or some shit against the Night King. I feel like you have to do the battle at the God's Eye. That's like the whole thing, right? Like that's the story.
Yeah. There's a lot around the God's Eye. I actually when we did our final pregame speculations before season 8, my number one prediction for season 8 was that we will see Greywater Watch, and we will see Howland Reed and or Ashara Dane. Just know, I had you in my heart when I said that, but I do think the show has to go there. But I could easily, and I say that knowing that maybe the show will not do that, but the book will.
Yes, the book will. The
The
book will.
book
You're right
will,
there, Luke. But
and the show might go straight to Harrenhal / God's Eye because they've already got that set at some point, and they can just remake it. And I do think I've
Damn
seen
it! Oh,
but
sorry.
they also have the veil,
I
which we still need to get back
and
to.
well,
know what's
we're
happening
also
with
jumping
Robert.
way
Hold on.
ahead. We're also jumping way ahead of season
well,
No,
of
I
episode
have
2 and
one
3.
at a
I
time.
have to
One
say
at a time.
something.
Okay, Abby,
Abby.
I
you
am
have the floor.
very, very upset with where's his BSOB,
The oath. Yeah.
whatever. Oh, okay, so yeah, because I literally was waiting for you all to shut up to say the same thing that he just put in the chat. So
What did he
not
say?
my idea, his idea.
Imagine if Gendry makes some dragon glass grills for the
Oh my
direwolves and they wreck
That-
everything.
That's what I was like, man.
Oh my god.
So yeah, that. Sorry, I don't even know what you were talking about because I was just waiting for you to stop talking to say, you know, what I think's gonna happen.
God
Ugh.
damn it, the oath.
God,
Ruin Abby's
it's a great
entire
thought. No, that's a good thought. I like it. I'm telling you, we need dragon glass brass knuckles.
You've been on
my
that for a
God.
while now.
And man, we need to get
It
more
would
stuff.
actually
We're
at this
not
point
gonna
just be just Dragon Glass Knuckles, right?
Yeah, Dragon Glass Knuckles. You just all you have to do is like
Dragon
scratch.
Glass
Just get
Monkey,
close.
that funky monkey.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
Dude, you know what's a bummer? Ellie Kendrick isn't coming back this season, so there's no Greywater Watch. Just so you know, I'm already pretty over it. I've come to peace, but
My overall
we don't get anything good.
my overall thought on that was, and again we're jumping a couple episodes, that after Winterfell falls, that they have to go somewhere, and that
Yeah.
seems like a reasonable place. That or White Harbor, or honestly Harrenhal is pretty reasonable too. Like I can easily supplement my thought on when they would go to here said place. I'm hoping for Greywater Watch. A long shot, but it's likely going to be Harrenhal. And I do think they're going to end up dealing with the God's Eye problem that is very, very well documented right now between Smokescreen and LML and what's his name? Geek, not Geek Jet One. I'm totally Robert. You know him. He's got tons of subscribers. Anyway, in Deep Geek is exactly right. That's exactly what I was thinking of. Robert.
I'm trying to find the button.
Yeah, no, and that's who I was thinking of, and I think they have a lot of very, very good points. I don't know how deep the show is going to get into that geek. Get it? But let's go ahead and listen to the next part of the next on. And again, for us in the chat, I'll read it out loud.
He never should have trusted Cersei. You never should have either.
He never should have trusted Cersei. You never should have either. Very trailerific timing, I think, going on. Let's listen to the next part.
Death. It's got many faces. I look forward to seeing this one.
I look forward to seeing this one. How long do we have? There's the Trebuchet, there's Jorah, there's
Before the sun comes up tomorrow.
Grey Worm and Missandei. Before the sun comes up tomorrow. And then it just leaves with Tyrion looking over the ramparts. And that's pretty much the whole next on. Abby, I'm going to come to you first. What do you think of that? Anything stand out to you?
I don't like that. I don't like the look on Tormund's him, and I just feel like he's gonna go because I love him so much. But like, what? I don't even know. How much more can we like pull out of him? Like, he's not gonna end up on a throne or whatever, and we'll just be devastated. So I'm worried about him. That's all.
Benj.
And she shouldn't have trusted Cersei.
Yeah, so the Cersei Sansa thing, you're absolutely right. It's very trailerific of timing wise, and it does say he should never have trusted Cersei, or did when Cersei or when Danny was talking, she said he
Right.
and not you. Okay, so that's fair. I had misheard that. I had thought she was saying he or you must not have, and then Danny or Sansa coming back on him, back on her.
I take it more as like, and Tyrion shouldn't
Yes.
either, is how I've heard it.
Yeah, if Danny said he, then she's talking about Tyrion to Sansa, and Sansa's responding back, neither should you have. You know, and so I could see that line being played up. But again, trailerific kind of a thing. I'll jump ahead to the Tormund part. I don't actually like that he made it back to Winterfell ahead of the army. They had already left Last Hearth, and I know it's faster to move as a solo or a small group compared to a massive army and all this, but it's an undead
Unless
army
you're
that
a solo in a Millennium Falcon.
True, but you know, the undead, undead army don't have to stop, don't have to sleep, don't have to do anything, and they're just nonstop, just moving. So just it bothered me that Tormund's the one that made it back to warn, to give the warning out. It's a small thing, but I know you can't dick around with time and space and everything because that doesn't make any sense in the show. So him making it from Last Hearth, already ahead of them just is like meh. Unless they explain it. If they explain it, awesome. But I doubt they're going to. I think he'll just be showing up. Yeah, I got around him.
Yeah, I, I certainly don't think. I'd be surprised because, especially with how they time everything. Where like, hey, Ed and Tormund show up at the Last Hearth to see like the remnants of what the Night's King left. Right? If Tormund and or Beric and or Ed show up at Winterfell to be in the fight against the Night's King beforehand,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, what the fuck? Like, what? Why does the Night King delay so often? Like, he literally showed up in the prologue for episode 1, and then
Yeah.
just hung out. like,
and then
no, fucking attack. The do anything clause is still in effect.
Yeah, and on top of it, too, the last line of the episode, the last spoken line of the episode, was Tormund saying, somebody, or they said, we need to get down to Winterfell and let them know. Well, yeah, but between us and them is an undead army. And that's right when the kid wakes up screaming and all that we didn't have another line. But it's like they made it a point to say there's an undead army between the Last Hearth and Winterfell, and now you're just going to show up.
Exactly.
But
That's
he's
what I've been thinking. Like, what?
You know, that's
on horses. They're gonna double up, and they can beat them back. Not exactly how I remember it, but yeah.
again, it's one of those. It's that small little thing, but it's bothersome.
Bitty
It's
living
Tormund.
space.
He got out of a crumbling freaking ice wall just fine.
Don't worry about that, Abby. Like
It's
that's clearly not an issue. It was like, oh, he was right there on the lack of wake
top.
of that wall, right? I mean, as it was crumbling, the walls go crumbling. Yeah.
Yep. Good job.
I hate making a reference for a singer that I don't want. Anyway, so the other parts of this really are, like, where does everyone fall? There are so many people involved in the little bit of knowledge that we have on this. This really feels like one of the most Game of Thrones episodes that you could write. Of this is preparing, right? I mean, what kind of, I guess my question to everyone here, and I'll go in order on my screen from left to right. What is your biggest thought for what's going to happen in episode 2 for narrative? Just truly not just preparing, but just, hey, here's where one character is, and here's where they're going to be at the end of this. Which character are you looking forward to having the most character movement in this episode? Chloe, going to you first.
Okay, this is a lot of pressure. I feel like I've been preparing for this moment, this whole cast.
That's
yeah.
why I asked you specifically.
So I think episode 2 is supposed to be slated to be another 55-minute episode, and episode 3 is supposed to be 81 minutes. So we're going to see that huge expanded time that allots for a lot more action. We're going to have a full action episode then. Episode 2 has to really heighten and intensify that kind of drama that's going on. We've seen some pictures that kind of line up. You've seen, there's a picture of Daenerys that's come out as a promo shot of her in the library in a new dress, and there's a picture of Sansa in a new outfit in a similar location. Looks like the library, so we might see a good Sansa Daenerys conversation, something where maybe they'll level finally, right? Like maybe they'll cut this drama crap early. That would be nice since the real battle is upon us.
I really hope they do. I really hope.
Yeah, I really hope, because the Arya shit last season, I just don't have the energy.
You see the same thing, right?
Now. I was a much different person 9 years ago than I am now watching the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's move on. I think we're going to see the Jaime stuff go over interestingly. Some more drama with Tyrion going, what's his allegiance? Do we even know anymore? Like, that Cersei scene was open-ended last season, and now he's fucking up. Tyrion stay fucking up, is what I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised if that continues on. I think by the end of the episode, I have a strong feeling we're going to have Cersei commanding the Golden Company to do something, such as possibly travel north. I think that could be a possibility. I think our heroes might be pretty fucked in episode 3. That's kind of the whole point, right? It's the mid-season. You're devastated. You're like, the heroes, what are they going to do? And then somehow they bring it back, defeat the Night's King. Things are sad, but they're good. Everyone dies, you know.
Final question to you on this speculation. Actually, 2 questions. Will any named character die next episode?
No. Maybe. It's not likely. I think
I'm not going to
episode
hold
3
you
is when the
to
bloodbath
which one,
starts.
but just say if you think a single one will.
If anyone dies, maybe like Dolores Ed, but I think he's going out in episode 3. I think like episode 3 is going to be your big death pool. I think episode 2 is the preparations. Maybe someone in King's Landing, maybe the mountain kills someone randomly, not named. I don't think named though. I don't think big names are going next episode yet.
And the last question I have for you, and I hope you can join us again on one of these Saturday speculations episodes. Will we see elephants?
No. We will not see elephants.
You think that's
no
definitive?
Dumbo in this bitch.
Okay. All right. Abby,
Hi,
coming to you next.
I'm here.
What do you think?
So my biggest prediction or speculation for next episode is that Game of Thrones season 8 episode 2 will be entitled Ducks in a Row.
Ducks in a row.
Yep, that's what I think it's going to be called. That's the only prediction I have. To your next question about who dies, I think we're going to have some sacrificial scout hams dying.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate a good sacrificial ham. Be fair.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like
If
a
we're
couple
not,
or
if,
maybe
if we're not appreciating him, who will?
I don't know.
Too many survived this episode. Those redcoats, they survived, and I was like, what?
Some
In
of
the last hearth?
some of Euron's boat boys got killed, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
It happens. And will we see elephants fly? I've seen a house fly. I've seen a.
But I've never seen an elephant fly. I've seen a dragonfly. I've seen a house fly. But I've never seen an
As
elephant
soon as you
fly.
asked Chloe that, I kept trying to like, what the fuck does he say?
Have you not seen? You've definitely seen the Dumbo memes this week, right?
No, I don't really social media too much.
Abby doesn't social media too much, and I know that. That's
I don't.
why Abby, being a first time watcher for a year and a half, worked out so well. I know that's why that worked. But there were a lot of Cersei and Dumbo memes.
I could see that
this past week.
I like Dumbo, so it's
It's a great movie. It's a great movie, and it's coming to the live stream.
Yeah.
This summer.
No, it's like this week.
Your live stream? You're doing Dumbo?
No, it's like
Maybe,
now. It might have already
maybe we'll do
dropped.
it. Don't put more on my schedule.
That's a Mr. Narrow see himself movie.
Classic. Yeah. That makes me think more of Mom, honestly. I think of Mom when I think of Dumbo. That was
he just
her.
wouldn't make me-
That and Lady and the Tramp
Lady and the Tramp,
were
yeah.
were Mom's movies.
Yeah,
We're
but
getting family talk here.
well, Riley just made me watch it over. It was like when he was tiny and little,
That
and he had
and
that one favorite
Atlantis.
movie.
Aw.
Oh, you mean like
So-
Hunchback of Notre Dame?
Yeah,
Yes,
that
like
was
we were
Luke's.
saying earlier. You know, I
Hunchback
got to
was-
be Esmeralda for Halloween one year. I think I was 8. My best friend did the red outfit, the kind of skanky outfit.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wanted to do that. My mom wouldn't let me. I was so mad.
You could
What a
do it
good
now,
mom.
right? You could do it now, right?
I could do whatever I wanted right now. Thank you.
Benj, what do you think?
Yeah. So I don't think this is going to be an episode that I like. Again,
Walking, talking.
it's going to be a lot of walking and talking, 2 people
Mhm.
across the room, having the conversation, the intrigue.
That's an
Da-
album title.
David Hill,
Two
or
people
not,
across the
David
room.
Nutter is not the action guy. He did a great job at Last Hearth. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't an
And
action.
again, sorry, good job. He is confirmed doing episode 1, 2, and
2
4.
and 5.
Oh,
Is it
4.
4?
I
Is it
believe
four?
it's
Okay,
1,
four.
2,
Yeah,
and
because
4.
Miguel has 5. Miguel has 5.
Okay, so 5.
Sapochnik?
Miguel is 3, 5, and 6. Yeah, that's right. And
Is that
so
true?
yes.
No,
Yeah.
D&D have 6.
Oh, do they? Okay, I'm sorry. I
So
thought they only
Sapochnik
had the
is
2
3 and
directors.
5.
Yes.
3 and 5 is Sapochnik, the
I'm
big
gonna go
battles.
ahead real quick.
That means 5 is
Guaranteed
the battle.
5 is a
Yeah.
big battle too. Like
Yes.
that's
It's the end. I'm guessing that's the end. That's when they
Yeah.
finally defeat
and
the
then
Night
and then
King.
6 is
Yeah.
just like the let's try to
Is-
get along. Let's figure this out.
Let's wrap it
I
up.
think there'll
Yeah.
be some shit in 6 for sure.
I think
Some
there'll
like
be some.
political shit.
Yeah, and I think David and Dana will do a decent job with that, so
They'll do
I'm all right
okay.
with that. But again, it's a David Nutter episode, so it's a lot of walking and talking and exposition and build, and so I can't really. I mean, yeah, we're gonna get the Jamie trial. I think Sansa and Sir and Danny will work their shit out to a point. You'll still have that little animosity here and there, but I don't think it'll be. I think it'll be clear, squashed for the most part by the end of this episode. We did see in the next on the setup for the battle, the Unsullied and the Dothraki all hanging out front. So I really can't speculate of one specific character. I think Bran will make it out of the courtyard finally. I think that's pretty safe to say. So I'll go with that one. What was the second question, Luke?
I don't know. Oh, if can you name? Is there going to be a single named
death?
character that will die
No.
next episode?
No, I think like I said, we might get a couple of hams riding down with Tormund, trying to get around the Night's King and all that. But yeah, I don't think there's any named people. And what was the third? Anybody
Third
remember?
question
Well,
was
elephants happen.
yeah. Are we going to
There's
get
no
elephants?
Elephants? No.
This is why you write things down, folks.
We can't even have a
On
dire
paper.
wolf. You people think we can have an
Right.
elephant?
Yeah, yeah. Mm-mm.
No elephants. We may get a shadow cat, but I think that'd be closer to episode 3.
Okay. So I guess I have to answer these questions as well. What was the first question?
Your first question is like,
Abby, ask me like you were me. Ask it
Okay.
in Luke terms.
well, I'm like super intelligent, and it's gonna be really hard for me to
that sounds
use these
false.
words. No, just kidding. But however you worded it so
Douche. What a
eloquently
douche.
about
You-
using the
I hate myself right now. Thank you so
No.
much.
using the characters and their personal something la-di-das about what are personal characters, certain ones gonna happen, where are they moving in this, that word was in there, moving in this episode.
Yeah, so I think this is gonna be very much a sit and talk episode, but I also know that like the show knows that, and so I'm kind of ready to be surprised. They've made it blatantly clear that episode 3 is gonna be a big deal. I don't think they would leave a single episode where it's gonna be boring. I don't think they would do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and say I guess I'm gonna kind of answer the next question of I think Tormund and Barrick are at risk for sure. Because they're gonna be on their way back and they're gonna try to overtake to get back to Winterfell, and I don't think it's gonna go well. And I'm not gonna say that both of them are gonna die, but I think that's gonna be part of the big excitement of this episode.
So you think Barrick dies is what you're saying because Tormund shows up at Winterfell. We already know that. So you're saying Barrick dies? You're
Or
trying to say my husband dies?
I love Barrick, and I do
love
think
Barrick.
I think he has a bigger part to play, and I think he thinks that. I really think he thinks that. If we're gonna be very clear, he really thinks that. He talked about that beyond the wall. I was like, you know what? Maybe I keep being brought back for this thing, and maybe on their way back to Winterfell, he takes a risk, and it doesn't work out.
At this point, it's like just leave him alive. Okay,
But
like
why?
you've already
Like-
left him alive too long, so just let him live forever because he deserves it.
Because this is what we've sacrificed Stoneheart for, is to have
Richard Dormer has the crinkliest,
love
sexiest smile,
Richard
and his
Dormer.
voice is like literally melting molasses or caramel or something. Like, just let him live. Let Richard Dormer live. Let him live. That's my plea.
They didn't ask me. I'll say that. Um, I just I feel like it doesn't bode well for someone in that crew, and it could just as easily be Dollar's head that gets taken out. But I think he's safe in all honesty because we're less emotionally invested in Dollar's head. We love him for what he is comedically, but I don't feel like the emotion is there like it is for Barrick. I think Barrick is the one that might die next. And that's the overtaking mission, and
Relevance.
I I put that question there because I would love for them to troll us with the elephants. I would just love it so much. I mean, fucking Lord of the Rings got it happen. Like they got their shit together and have some Oliphants. I mean, come on, how tough is it to have some digital fucking elephants?
You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna put the giants on the mammoth's back.
That's
We're
what I'm
gonna see
saying.
that
Like
shot. We're gonna see that shot. So that I can buy into. Just
they've
to
got
troll
the
us.
structure work done. I feel like they've put that in episode 1 just to throw us off and be like, wow, Harry Strickland isn't really bringing a whole lot. Like, what the fuck? But then he also shows up with actual elephants.
Yeah.
Hello.
So Luke, I did think of one.
Yes, agreed, Abby.
I
Holy
did think
moly.
of one
Right?
overall.
Harry
Yeah.
Strickland. Good.
Harry Strickland,
fucking
Barrick
looking.
Dondarrion, me, Abby. I feel like this is a good pairing. All
I
of
feel
it.
like this is
It's cool.
like
Double date.
what our podcasts have been working for.
So Luke, I did think of one overarching storyline that I think will come to fruition. I think Sam calls out Danny. I think we'll
For
get some.
Tarly's?
Yeah, for Dickon. He's gonna call her out on being pissed off at her.
I
Like
think we
he's not.
all need to talk about this. Go ahead and keep talking. Yes. Sorry.
Oh, I mean, I don't think there'll be a resolution to it, but I think he will, come up like he'll do his niceties and niceties and niceties, and then finally he's gonna fucking snap, and he's gonna say like she's gonna call him out on killing her she's gonna call Jamie out on killing that, and Sam's gonna be like, well, what the fuck did you kill my brother for? Or maybe not to that point in front of everybody, but I think there will be a one-on-one confrontation to where he's like, I'm not happy about this. He will finally voice his actual feelings instead of just holding him in like he always does.
A couple quick thoughts
Putting
about that.
my
I really like that all of us completely ignored John finding out that he's a Targaryen
It's-
because
I thought we were just talking about the next Dawn, okay?
I know. No, my point being, and I'm sorry for talking for you, Abby. I don't really care. Like I don't think it's that big of a fucking deal, in my opinion, because John doesn't fucking care. But we'll get to that. But I don't think Sam will stand out against anybody in a huge platform. I don't.
Especially not John.
I think he will do his duty to make his thoughts well known to the people that he cares about, but not force it in a public manner.
More than that, here's a spicy take. Are you guys ready for a real spicy take? Are you
Ooh,
get ready, get your water,
spice.
your milk, or whatever
More
you need
Bud
to
Ice
smooth the
for
spice.
spice.
Yeah.
More
Your
Bud
Bud
Ice for
Ice.
spice.
Sponsor us, Bud Ice. But
They're
that's
here
our
in
new
St.
thing on
Louis.
Girls Gone
Come on,
Canon.
come on,
Very
come on,
excited
Anheuser-Busch Brewery.
Oh, like every time I pop open a LaCroix, I'm like, sponsor me, LaCroix. You know.
I mean, come on. We are. I gotta say, we're probably the biggest podcast in St. Louis. Let's go ahead and say that.
Woo, braggers.
We drink Bud products pretty often.
So
Make it more often.
glazing
Anheuser-Busch.
over that, very classic, Luke. You're a very classic man. So what if Brandon Stark pulls a Brandon Stark, which is being socially really unaware since he's a CCTV now instead of a person, and
watch your mouth.
he just announces that John's claim is actually the real claim. Like Daenerys is all like, Jamie, we accept you because I'm the queen, and I say, fine, you can join us. And then she's like, she does like some weird speechy power trippy thing because that's what they write sometimes. They write her weird. And then Bran is all, but John has the better claim. Looks in the camera like this.
Because he doesn't wear glasses on screen.
Yeah.
And he doesn't
I
wear
think
contacts.
that's a
That was actually
possibility
kinda
we should
cool.
prepare for, is what I'm saying. We should prepare for this because they've been known to do weird shit, like in these great hall scenes where they all hold court. We should just be prepared that maybe what if Bran is all like, well, but John is a trueborn, and that's how Dany finds out, and then we get that clip of them in the crypts together. I mean, that Sansa thing where you hear her talking about, like about Tyrion and everything. I think that's to John. She's telling him, and you're a fool if you believed him too. I think there's going to be a lot of division, and I think a wedge will be driven in between all the Sam stuff and the Dany stuff and the Jamie stuff. John's going to be a little conflicted, man. He's going to be, A, he's dealing with his parentage. B, he's like, what the fuck is happening? No. I don't know.
And she doesn't know. Abby, do you know?
I kind of feel like this is getting like a little bit like a Real Housewives of Atlanta. We got like fights and people are angry all in public. I kind of just don't get it. Oh, I would never like air my grievances with somebody in a public platform. So I kind of respect those crazy women because they don't give a shit. Neither do the Starks and Dany and everybody. So it's pretty awesome.
Benj, your thoughts?
About Bran calling him out? I don't think. Yeah, John Delvento said it well in the chat.
Oh,
He's
he's
in a
the
rush.
worst. John Delvento.
He's in a rush, but there's a reason why he told Sam to tell John. And I responded back. Bran's weird, but he's not crazy and angsty to where he's gonna call it out like that. When I was saying about the Sam thing, I don't think he's gonna say it in front of the Great Hall. I was using that, but I don't think he's gonna do it there. I think it'll be a one-on-one with Danny, and Sam, maybe Danny, John, and Sam, of him confronting her about it. But yeah, I don't see Bran, spilling the beans on that aspect. I honestly think it's Danny goes looking for John in the crypts, like based off the trailer that we'd seen, and this is right after Sam had told him, and he kind of says, and he spills the beans himself to help his shock, but also to maybe mitigate hers, kind of thing. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know if we'll see any fallout from that just yet. I think they'll realize, because I think that'll happen, and then Tormund shows up, and he's like, by morning, and it's like, well, fuck. So I think it's all going to be a boom, 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 and then and then the Jamie thing plays out after that. That's my
Yeah.
call, my guess on it. But
Yeah, like I really don't think we're gonna see a big in-hall scene where Bran is like, "Hey, Jamie was kind of questionable." I don't think that's gonna happen. I think he's sitting there waiting for his old friend. They're gonna talk about it right away, and Jamie is gonna basically be brought in by Bran, I think, and it's
Yeah.
just gonna be like it was a thing, but like I don't fucking care. Like I think it's not gonna be unknown, but he's gonna tell the few people that matter, which is either John or Sansa or Dany or the combination of all three, and be like, hey, like we need to listen to this guy, because I've seen a lot of shit, and he also at this point has seen the reason that he prevented Aerys 2 from burning down King's Landing in the first fucking place. He has the same
Yeah.
knowledge that Brienne has at this point, if he chose to. Which, if this was the guy that pushed you out of a fucking window, you'd probably figure out where he came from a bit. If I'm being completely honest, not that he holds a grudge or anything, but you want to know where he came from to get him to that point a bit. So
Hey, Luke.
well, and in
that was
Bran's
also
defense,
a very, very, very big political move at the time of why he specifically killed Ares too. And I think Bran would have viewed that whole situation and has a very specific take on Jamie. Abby.
Well, I just wanted to jump in here because I have to do something I don't usually do, and I was
Pee?
gonna say,
You have to pee?
no, I don't ever pee on this show. Actually, whether you talk for 3 hours or 19 minutes, so I don't. I
That's my
hold it.
queen.
I hold it. So, anyways, what I am going to
The house
excuse
words, we
myself.
don't quit, means we don't quit holding it.
Yeah, we don't quit. But I am going to say goodnight to you all. I have
Oh,
some things to attend to downstairs.
good night, Abby, my
Good
favorite.
night.
I
Good
mean,
night.
don't tell them you're my favorite, but
I won't. But
okay.
I love you,
Good.
Chloe. Thank you for
Love you
hanging out
too.
with us.
Bye,
Guys,
babe.
see you.
Abby, we will see you Monday night.
Yep, it
Aw.
will. We'll see. Mom has already been warned. No way should they make me feel guilty or schedule
Good
me for
night,
anything.
Mom.
Yep. All right. See you guys later.
See
Bye.
ya.
So, something that I was thinking about while you guys were talking is like, we can obviously call out a handful of scenes, right? We can call out, there's going to be a John and Sansa scene where they talk about Battleship from the trailer that sounds exactly like she's talking to John about, you shouldn't have trusted him either, dummy.
Yeah.
You're going to have the Danny scene with Jamie. We're going to have possibly a Jamie and Bran scene. We're definitely going to have some sort of King's Landing-ish scene. There's a picture of Sansa where she's out in the battle encampments, hanging out with people eating out of a bread bowl, like a hard bread bowl, some soup.
He was at
Yeah,
Panera.
yeah, she's all like rah rah rah. So there's a scene of that. These are scenes we know are gonna happen. So I would think it's safe to say that like the courtroom drama is gonna be, like a decent length scene, but I think it's gonna be one or two scenes that follow that to deal with it. Like maybe one, two scenes dedicated to that, and then it's over. Because it's only 55 minutes. We only have so much happening, and then by the end of the episode, it goes dark. And as Tormund says in the trailer, you have that Tormund scene. Again, there's another one. As he says in the trailer, like we have until the dawn, basically. So
So we keep looking at the length of the episode, right? But like then you look at the Spoils of War episode, which was the shortest of all of the
yes.
episodes, and
And it was
so
so
much
tight.
got done, right?
God, it was so good. They kept it tight. They kept it fast. I loved it.
Like
I loved it.
I'm all for longer episodes. When I watch Lord of the Rings, extended edition is the only way to watch it. Like it's the only way to get it right. But we've seen Game of Thrones episodes where the tighter episodes are better. Like more happens in a shorter amount of time. You feel better after it.
We were talking about that with Winter is Coming, how, you get that scene, how they reshot the Night's Watch scenes with Will and Garrett and Waymar were good, but it left a lot of room to breathe. And I think obviously they wanted to establish the Night's Watch as characters, but they could even tighten that up and just kept you on your seat like the whole time.
Yeah.
And to your point, Luke, I mean, because the longest two episodes of the series are 6 and 7 of season 7 so far up to this point.
Yeah.
Beyond the Wall and Dragon the Wolf.
And we're
And
getting ready to demolish that over and over from what we're hearing.
Yes, but a lot of people shit on like Beyond the Wall because they're like, oh, there's moving so quick, trying to get everything in. I personally love that episode because I like the walking and talking, and then also the action. I thought all of it worked really well together, the comedy bits and everything. But so I see exactly what you're talking about, where they can consolidate and keep everything tight, form fitting on the time wise. And I think like episode 1, Winterfell did a great job of that. It was 54 minutes. It was a short episode. When Jamie turned around, and it was Bran sitting there, and it went to black. I was like, holy shit! It caught me off guard for time because I wasn't looking at the clock, wasn't trying to pay attention to see how long I've been watching for. But when it happened, I was like, oh fuck! And then it's over. I'm like, fuck. it hit me, and that's the way I was supposed to feel. So I think we'll get very similar thing. Actually, I think from the main trailer that we've seen from the Battle of Winterfell stuff, we're gonna see that horse hoof hit, and it's gonna fade to black. You're gonna have the army standing out front, horse hoof hits, fade to black. That's a guess of mine, or something similar. You're gonna hit the horse hoof maybe an extra 2 seconds and pan up and all that. But I think that might be the ending shot or close to for this episode. But Luke, going back really quick to the Bran thing and Jamie, remember before Bran was the three-eyed raven, he didn't know who pushed him out the window, and the amount of information and everything. until now, since he's been able to chill at Winterfell and everything, he hasn't had time to really sit back and say, "Hey, who pushed me out the window?" By the way, because it's
I
always
don't know that
it was
that's
running
true.
from the, it was running south, running to the wall, and so I'm saying so it's still newish information to him. Of Jamie actually being the one to have shoved him out the window. I'm sure he
I
did
don't
go
know
back,
that that's true. I think,
but
and
okay.
again, maybe I'm pulling book knowledge, but I think he figured it out already.
He had a feeling, like he thought about the Kingslayer and had a weird feeling about it,
I
like he
think
got
that's.
sick.
I think he
But
already thought it. And again, maybe I'm just pulling book knowledge, but I think he already figured it out.
I'm talking from the book. No,
Um,
he's not figured it out in the book either. Technically,
Okay,
never
I believe
confirmed.
you. I'm a little bit away from my last reread on it, but I think he already kind of knew because he remembered. He was starting to remember more than he should. But
And you're not wrong about
either
that.
way,
Yeah.
in the show, it's very blatant that he's gonna fucking know.
Yes.
And does that make it any different? No, not really. And
True.
I also think with him knowing, he doesn't fucking care. Like that's like we saw in episode 1 when he truly started seeing Sansa and Danny being like, he was like, we don't have time for this shit. Like no, there's a bigger fucking deal going on. And that's kind of what John has been responsible for, like saying that. Like, I don't care who bends the knee to me. I don't care who bends the knee to whoever else. I gave up my claim to the throne. Thank you. Like, thank you for having your faith in me. I appreciate it. There's a bigger fucking issue here. And him and Bran are very much on the same page. And I think Arya is very much on the same page of like, I don't really fucking care like who's in charge. There's a bigger deal going down right now that we need to take care of. I'm not going to say that Arya has the best perspective on what that bigger deal is. John and Bran are connected on that. Arya is very much more focused on, I'm here to kill. You know what? And let's be a fan service to just killing people. Chloe, you're making some interesting faces there.
I have some thoughts.
Go ahead.
I just thought that was like a very menacing, like
I know,
mob boss kind of hand thing. I don't know. Okay, so
interesting.
I do have. Yeah, thank you. I'm like, you want some cement galoshes? I'll give you some cement galoshes.
Please don't.
I don't. Okay, I won't. I do have some thoughts about that. I would argue. I've heard a lot of that whole discourse of people saying, you know, like, oh, it doesn't matter, like Bran and John are saying, but that's true. But at the same time, it does. You're in control of the well-being of a whole group of peoples, not just your family. You're in charge of all the North. You've combined your forces with the Targaryens of Dragonstone, with Dorne of what's left of whatever resources you have after they died for you. You don't have any of the Reach's resources, obviously, because of the shit that went down last season. Yes, there is crazier shit coming for them, but people like Sansa, and I'm sure Davos probably will have some stuff about this because he's dealt with small folk in the story. I mean, you've got to keep these people alive because every person you lose goes to the Night King. I mean, every dead person rises back up. It's kind of preventative healthcare in a way of making sure they're fed and alive.
Yeah.
And the other bigger deal is, yes, it doesn't matter who sits a throne. However, you get to be in an apocalyptic wasteland of ice. That's cool. You defeat the ice zombies, whatever. Then what? You have to have some sort of recreation, some sort of reform. That's what Sansa's character is kind of about. That's what a couple of these political characters are about. Cersei isn't going to live. It's not about the bad guys. We know that, right? It's not about the old people in the story. It's about these young kids. And that's where people like Sansa's place comes in, how Arya is being loyal to her family. You know, she realizes these people aren't just going to blindly follow someone, even if it's zombies at the door. They're just not. It's just not how their people work. It is what it is. People are stubborn. Every human we know has some sort of stubbornness about them. And
no, not Abby.
It's interesting that you have to have some sort of reform because you can't just let people go crazy in an apocalypse.
So, really quickly, I want to ask you. See, You said Cersei doesn't live. You stand
Oh,
by
hell
that?
no.
You think
Yeah,
she's done?
I would bet you money. Of course she's done. She's a villain, my friend. She sells a young girl into sex slavery in the books. She's of course gonna die, and she's gonna be fooled by her own tragic ending. The show, I don't think I'm gonna find it as satisfying as I will when it happens in the book. I think it's gonna be way different in the show. I think this is one thing we're gonna see. Cersei is gonna die probably at Arya's hands. I think it's not gonna happen that way in the books. It's gonna be Jaime in the books, but Cersei's gonna die at someone else's hands in the show.
So
I
I
think
will.
we all have to be ready for that.
So I will say something. You said you'll take a bet. I will take
Yeah.
a bet. I will make a bet with you
I will bet you. I'll bet you
because
whatever.
I'll take the over under, and I'll just say because we're just differences away. A chug of the worst beer that you have, a full
Okay.
or worst drink, like the drink that you cannot stand having,
Ooh, vanilla vodka. You want me to drink vanilla vodka? Okay.
whatever yours is. Mine would probably be an IPA, like a shitty Schlafly IPA. And yes, I'm calling that out. Either a Schlafly beer or an IPA. I'm not a fan of either one.
Hey, how
Uh,
easily can you get that beer? Pretty easily?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I just don't want it to be hard for you at the
Oh
end
yeah,
of the
no,
season.
no,
Oh yeah,
no,
no, Ben. She never wants to be hard for you.
yeah. So no, and so I'm just saying because I think you might be right, but I have a feeling that Cersei, the worst punishment she could have is having to live in
Mm-mm.
squalor and being forced.
I love that. I do like that idea.
know,
I have a
so-
friend that talks about
You
that
guys talk about
sometimes,
this.
and
I'll
I'm
be
like,
right
"Yeah,
back.
Yeah, go ahead. You're fine. Like,
Have fun.
and
it's not
that's
gonna happen though."
it. Probably won't. And that's why I was like, hey, if it's a chug of beer kind of that kind of
Oh,
thing.
you're going low. You're going low.
Well, I mean, it's an easy one. It's an easy payoff, but it's
Yeah,
one
she's
we
gonna
can pull up
die.
since we're distance.
She's gonna die so hard. Dude, it's gonna be like an epic death. I'm actually gonna go back and I'm gonna watch all the time the scene on YouTube. I'm gonna like download the clip. I'm gonna watch it every day because she will die.
I want her to die, but I think, like I said, the worst punishment for her is to have to live with nothing, with absolutely nothing. Now I think Jamie dies. I will say I think Jamie dies.
Oh,
but
duh.
but
He
I
dies in Brienne's arms, dude. Come on,
yes,
there's no other way.
agreed on that. But I think Cersei is forced to live with nothing, and so that's my tinfoil, my call out. So I will make that bet. So worst drink you can come up with and easily accept. Easily
May the
accept.
best man win. I'm in. I accept. I accept this bet.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. So
Also, just while we're waiting, since Luke's not here anyways,
yeah,
I just want to call out this cup. It's a Harry Potter cup.
nice.
Do you see this? It's
Hang
the
on,
key scene from A Sorcerer's Stone.
PC. Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Nice.
Oh,
I
I
like
had
that.
for you. Yeah, I thought I knew you would appreciate. So
I do. My glass is from literally my wife's prom from 2002 when we
Oh.
went to prom in 2002, and it's the same glass. I have two of these and I use them for the streams because they stay in the freezer and they stay nice and ice cold. So
Oh, that's good. That's good
yeah.
stuff.
Just-
So, oh,
All right.
so okay. So next episode,
Mhm.
how is it gonna just end on the dark? Do you think? Is it gonna end on like, oh, in the morning there's gonna be war? And I think that clip from the trailer with that like that
the
white
horse. Yeah.
the white, yeah, and the horse and the white at the beginning in that trailer. I think
Yes.
that's gonna be the last shot for sure.
I do agree with that because they've said that the whole episode, well, I shouldn't say the whole episode, but a majority of the episode, over 60 minutes of the episode, is a straight battle. You know, and so because I thought episode 3, so based off the one trailer, the Battle of Winterfell trailer that we had seen, that was all from one episode for the most part. I knew most of it was from before episode 3, or include up to episode 3, and so when I saw all the people lining up, the Unsullied, I think we do get Missandei and Grey Worm's kiss. Next episode, I think that comes episode 2. That's all pre-battle because they're all standing there waiting, and the last shot is you see the army. You hear the thunder, like,
Yes.
and you hear that final fade to black, and that's it.
I
And
like
then we
that.
have the first 55 or 60 or however long minutes of a battle, just straight fucking battling, and then we have 20
It's gonna
minutes
be
of
so heavy.
yes, and we're all gonna be fucking together, and that's that's gonna be
Dude,
so,
right? I
that-
can't believe we're all gonna watch it together next weekend. That's so exciting, right?
yeah.
Oh,
as soon as I found out, like, I'm like, oh wait, episode 3 is like, I once the episode titles or time frames came out, I was like, oh shit, that's okay. Episode 3 is gonna be long.
Episode 3 at
That's
Ice
gonna
and
be Battle
Fire
of Winterfell.
Con.
And then I looked at the date. I'm like, holy shit, we're all gonna be there.
As
That's
soon
fucking
as
cool.
we saw it, like us staffers saw it, we were like, oh shit, it's in the middle of Game of Thrones season 8, which means it'll be crazy. But now details have come out as we know that it's the big battle episode, and that's even crazier. And then, of course, Girls Gone Canon, we chose to do a live stream, so even crazier. It's gonna be nuts. I'm really excited, and we're all just gonna be drinking together, which is really fun.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And it's yeah, I'm not looking forward to the next day because we have a drive back from there to home and then streaming at 7 p.m. to get on our schedule and do our proper show, which I always love doing our shows. It's just that Monday is going to be a tough
Oh
Monday.
yeah, Eliana and I are already struggling. We're trying to like do all these episodes, like 80 episodes a week. We're like,
Hi, I'm back. Sorry. Had to put a 4-year-old to bed, and then beers spilled out of the fridge, which is just,
Okay.
a drinks and nose household, right? That's
And-
how you know we're keeping it
and-
in the family.
Really quick, interesting thought from DA in the chat here. I think they may surprise us, and the battle may start next episode and end on a cliffhanger. We sink, we sink into someone's head and picks up episode 3 would be great. I could see them doing that, but I think it's gonna be a hard cutoff, and the whole thing is gonna be the battle. I like that thought because that would throw a wrench in everything that everybody
I don't
thought.
know. I certainly think we see from the trailer the horse hooves from one of the White Walkers that land across the field. That is a very episode 2. That's a very episode 2 thing, but like that's the cutoff from episode 2. Before anything actually happens. I will drink to that, Shannon Thompson. But Chloe, did I miss anything interesting? Probably not.
don't worry about it, Luke. You're
I'm
doing
already
great.
To be
I
completely
figured you were already over it. No. We just chatted about some of the battle episode and how we're gonna get there, and just all that jazz. We chatted about it. We chatted about Ice and Fire Con a little bit, how exciting it's gonna be for episode 3, the battle episode. Man, dude, everyone's gonna die in that episode. You know that.
everyone's
right?
gonna
Like,
die
everyone.
watching that episode, and then like, what is the fandom gonna do? Like,
We're
no one's left
dude,
to watch. Talk. To
We're
talk
all
about.
gonna be on the Girls Gone Canon live stream.
Yeah, Red
That's
Girls
heavy.
Gone Canon live stream.
We
wedding.
didn't even realize it. We didn't mean to choose it this way, but here we are, and everyone's gonna die in this episode. I'm not kidding. Like, everyone.
My main thing that I've been trolling live streams with is, I think I said it here earlier, hashtag no deaths, hashtag no marriages,
Oh my God.
hashtag they all just get along.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen. Episode 3 is gonna be a big deal, and Chloe, I don't want to sign you up for it, but we're gonna be the same place.
We're gonna be doing it one way or another.
Let's go
We
ahead
will.
and we'll figure it out, right? I mean, let's just be as Canadian as possible. We'll figure it out, right?
Here's
We'll
the deal:
figure it
is
out.
we're all gonna be drunk as hell at Ice and Fire Con. It's Saturday night. We'll be on the same fucking everything. We'll find each other. We'll record, and we'll put up our reactions at some point.
We'll hug, we'll talk, and guess what? Tomorrow is the last day to get Ice and
Mhm.
Fire Con tickets.
Yes, absolutely. And you guys have a code, right, to get $5
We
off your ticket?
do, and it
we do.
is drinks. But if you
Which is
use
funny 'cause
if
mine
you
is
use
drunk.
drunk, I'm not gonna be upset by that. Like, that's a good miss. That's a good foul
Yeah.
tip. So
Right.
use either one of those promo codes at checkout. Do it right now and or tomorrow, because after that you're out. I mean, you
Yeah.
can't just like show up and
I mean, also make friends, because there's no room left. Like, there's only people. Yeah, there's no room. Everyone's got rooms, man.
Yeah. I do know of one person who's got like 7 beds open. So
Oh,
if you're
perfect.
if you're interested, I probably wouldn't mind a couple roommates.
just
So,
just message Sly at Sly McLean on Twitter, and he will get you in contact with that person. So Real quick, final thoughts. Last big, blatant, probably wrong prediction going into episode 2, Benj.
Uh, probably wrong. Jamie gets beheaded for all of his crimes because he's a piece of shit. So I'm going with that one. That's probably wrong,
That's
but
the
I
blatantly
can
wrong.
see it happening. Yes.
Okay, Chloe.
Weird flex, but I respect it, Ben. I respect you. And I think that's a big thing about our friendship, you know?
It takes a
Cheers.
lot of I
There.
like you as a human.
Ben and I don't always get along, but we always respect each other.
See, now, really quick, I will say this to go back to what we were saying. Jamie dies in Brienne's hands. Jamie
Oh, yeah.
dies buys Brienne's hands, and she beheads him on behalf of the Starks.
Ben, what's wrong
It's
with you?
getting
Why did you
worse.
just say
Blatantly
That's
wrong.
Luke?
I'm
while you
saying
made a bet.
blatantly wrong.
Chloe, this is my
Luke.
brother.
We made a bet while you were gone. We bet each other. He thinks that Cersei's gonna live, and I was like, "You stupid, Ben. You're stupid." I don't know what to say.
No, I do think you're right. I'm willing to lose the bet, but I will make a bet on the
It's
over
only
under.
drinking gross booze, and he has to
Exactly.
drink like a really gross booze, so I don't care. But
Oh, I'm so excited for the booze that we're gonna make each other drink next week. I'm bringing so much mead. Just
Me
I'm
too.
so
it's also not
excited.
gross.
It's not gonna be like when you handed me water.
I didn't know I was hitting you a drink. I was just like, hey,
I didn't know
hey,
what was
that's
happening.
you.
I'm
I was like, hey,
awkward.
that's Chloe. I haven't seen you in like a day and a half, and you're like, this is
I'm-
water. I was like, I know. We're just standing next to each other for like the overall picture. Like, what I wasn't ready for this.
Dude, the best part is like I
That
suck at
happened.
drinking water. Like I don't think about it. I suck at drinking water, and so my boyfriend will always be like, "Dude, you're gonna die someday. You
He's
just
the
don't drink
worst.
water." And I'm like, "I drink wine.
Yeah,
That has water in it.
and vitamins. If I'm being
It's vitamin C. Thanks."
if I'm
Thanks.
gonna really
If you're being
upplay
British,
Yeah.
my
Okay. Episode.
my
Let's
yolk
focus.
Video.
So,
boyness, my
my
yolk boyness,
bet-
my
oh my
vitamin
god,
C.
yeah, YB. We'll see him next week.
I'm so excited.
I'm excited about that. Him on Twitter, Yoke Boy from Radio Westeros on Twitter has been a gift to the fandom. If you're on Twitter,
It's
you need to follow
new,
him.
and he's in
He's
America.
a gift. He's a gift. He like says things, and I just go, "Oh my god, Yoke Boy, I'm so glad you're on Twitter
This
now."
is why Gwen has been harboring you from everyone. I'm like, this is
It
what
makes
I'm
sense.
here
It
for.
does make sense now. I'm so excited though. Okay, so next episode, my prediction that probably will be wrong is Daenerys and Sansa realize how similar they are. They've both had to marry monsters. They both had a child, a fur child that has died, right? Lady and Viserion. They both braid hair really well. They're really good at braiding hair. So my prediction that's probably going to be wrong. Thank you. Yes, I'll lift my drink to this. Is that they will start getting along by the end of the episode? That's my prediction that will probably come wrong.
Oh, I don't know if I could agree with you more. Like I don't think it's wrong though. Like I know I set
They
the
should.
question up that
They
like,
would be great friends. They do great braids.
you know what? Like, how do you become friends with a person that's just the same as you? Like, I see why they're not getting along. I see it.
But they're still different because they still had circumstances that were different.
Sure,
so I don't know.
circumstances are different, but at the same
yeah.
time, their overall overarching goals are very much the same, and they have very different
Also,
skill sets. I get that.
Dornish Wench said something that also reminded me of my secondary, like runner-up theory that will come wrong. Sansa and Sandor will speak to each other this whole season. That's
Yeah.
going to be wrong, by the way. They're never talking again. They're going to ignore it. Sansa and Sandor will never talk to each other in this show ever again. I'm putting
All
it out
right.
there, and I
you
hate
just
my life.
you just
That's all.
set my prediction that likely won't happen very much. You just gave me credence for this. Sandor and Sansa are gonna chat. They're gonna hang out. They're just
They
gonna
won't
like
ever.
they're gonna shoot the shit. They're just gonna hang out for like 30 minutes in this episode because
They're
that's what I want.
They're never gonna talk ever again.
Chloe, that's
dude.
what
Do
I
you know-
want. Don't take
I'm
that from me.
destroyed.
No,
They
don't
took
take that
this
from me.
away
Stop
from
it.
us.
No, you're the worst. Don't take that from me. That's what I
They
want.
took this away from us, Luke. They did this to us. We have to band together.
So
They did this to us.
Arya and the Hound, Sandor
I got you,
always
granted.
been my biggest most fun duo to watch. Like, that's when I got involved in the show to start with. Sandor and Arya. I was like,
Okay,
holy shit, this is what the show is. That's about the time that I got involved in watching the show to start with, and I still would hold, I'm still out there holding a candle for that being the best duo, and I think Maisie Williams holds several of those, votes of being in the best duo conversations. Tyrion and Cersei holds several of those as well, but I
and
don't
Diana
know,
Rigg just on her own.
Diana Rigg, anything with Charles Dance is going to be good. Like, we know this, but that's my point is,
I know what you're saying. Yes.
When Arya is involved with Charles Dance, it's good. When Arya is involved with Rory McCann, it's good. When she's involved with like almost anybody,
Walder
it's
Frey,
fucking
it's good.
And
I'm so proud of those girls. They were so small. They were just small girls, and now look at them. They're powerhouses.
Right.
Good for them.
I'll say this: the girls, the Stark girls, the children girls are way better actors than the children boys. Better than Jon Snow, better than Kit Harington, better than Isaac Hempstead, better than even Rob. I can't forget.
Richard Madden.
Richard Madden.
One of the
but Maisie
sexiest
Williams
humans
and
on
Sophie
this
Turner
planet.
are the best of the children actors. The only one I put above them is Jack Gleason. He was just fucking amazing.
Yeah,
But
the starkiest Stark of them all, Jack Gleason.
I'm not saying this. I'm saying children actors.
I was joking.
Yeah. So we do have a quick question from the grant person that was ignored. Really quick answer. 5 characters from Game of Thrones to make a boy band.
Ooh.
Go. I'll start with you, Chloe.
Okay. Wow. No pressure, Ben. Thanks.
Sorry. I know.
I'm just fucking with you, man. It's cool.
I know.
I can't wait to watch you drink that booze. I can't. Next weekend's gonna be so fucking fun. I can't wait to see y'all.
He's never been. Ben's never been to Ice and Fire Con. I'm so excited.
I've never been to a con. So.
This is it's a good experience. You're gonna have a blast.
It's a great breaking in.
We're gonna have a blast. Me and you, we're gonna throw a couple back. Okay. 5 members of a boy band. Lancel Lannister, pre-season 6. Tyrion Lannister, season 1 only because of the blonde hair. It's Lance Bass hair.
Yeah. Oh, Lance Bass. You're getting Gertie even more on your side right now. Just know that. Gertie could not be more on your side right now.
So Gendry, I'm gonna go Gren from the Night's Watch. I'm gonna go Lamy, pre-death. And then for frontman, I'm totally gonna go Jon Snow because I'm a sellout.
Well, yeah. Yeah,
you have to have the brooder. So yeah. No, I mean you did pick 6, but actually, you know, fuck it. 6 boy.
I do what I want.
6-man boy band. I can't disagree with any of those. That's the answer for me. Yeah. Lamy was the throw off.
Wait. Yeah. What the fuck is a Lamy?
Exactly.
Wait. The best part of that is when he says that, it actually kind of sounds like, what the fuck, salami?
What the fuck, salami?
And no one ever laughs at that, so I'm really glad you're here with me because, like, what the fuck, salami?
Yeah. I will say San Rixian was with us on that episode specifically, and we have some drawings of that are called Needling the Chicken specifically for that episode.
I love it.
She's amazing. If you don't know San Rixian, get your head out of your ass.
God, yeah. She's the best in the whole fandom of all.
Be a better person, and she's just like the coolest. I truly don't know how to say it better than that. If you've listened to any of our episodes and somehow don't know San Rixian, just get your head out of your ass. That's all I can say.
And really quick, you have about 30 seconds or so for last questions in the chat. Just throwing it out there. Yeah, anybody got anything else?
30 seconds.
This is it. Yeah. Give us your questions because Mama's got to go. She's got to drink more champagne. It's time.
All right. So what was the question that was?
5 characters. Who's in your boy band?
I'm gonna go with Donald Noy on bass.
Yes. Dum.
Right.
One-handed bass.
One-handed bass. I mean, it's bass. You just have to be there. You just have to be there. It's the easiest. You know, drummer is definitely.
This is boy band, not rock band.
I don't know. There's no difference to me. It's band. I want to hear music. Is
Fine.
likely going to be gent if it's me. I'm gonna go with drum. I'm gonna put Carl. No, I'm not gonna. I was thinking about putting Drogo's dad on drum. But I'm gonna pull back on that. But I'm gonna put what's Scorpion? Scorpion's name. The one of the
Ron?
no, not that.
Jakar
Your
or
brown ass.
Jakaro,
like a hurricane.
Rocco,
Ricaro. I'm gonna put
Ricaro.
Ricaro on drums.
Oh, inclusive. I'm proud.
Put
I
down
think-
Illinois on drums. Go with
No, I think Dothraki can certainly do a strong rhythmic
fair. Yeah,
backup.
that's true.
Let's move on. Go to your next character.
Lead guitar. I'm again gonna go with Payet Pri. I think Payet Pri can and he has some creativity and a certain sound that I would like to hear in my boy band, which is actually
Why are you this way?
Why am I this way? Like I just want to hear good music. I don't give a shit about
Why
who
are
they
you
are
like
as people.
this?
No, I'm awful. I'm just terrible.
Ben, come get your kin.
Right.
Take him away.
All right, who's
Um,
lead singing?
lead sing? I don't. No, instrumental. I don't want any singing.
Yeah,
No singing,
true.
please.
How you can't have a boy band and not be.
I don't
What's
do boy
wrong with
bands.
you?
I hijacked the question.
You
Alright,
did.
well, you're the worst ever. Melissa Crowley just said it in the chat. She knows.
Yeah, Miss Melissa Crowley is our older sister, and
Yeah, she knows.
she definitely knows. And you
You
can
know what?
hear
She
more from
drinks and
her
she
about
knows.
knowing on the podcast that must not be named, our
Yes.
Harry Potter podcast. But
So we-
until
Yes.
then,
We do have
we-
a couple quick.
a couple
QAs.
quick Q&As. All right.
All right,
All right,
first from
let's
Alicia
sit.
Kingston. QA, who likes curry?
Hey,
I do.
Is
I'm
curry
right there.
spelled Budice?
nope, not for Luke. Moving on. Next question.
Next question. QA, McDonald's or Wendy's? Wendy's.
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 All right. QA, do you think Sunset Point about feeding the dragons will be a big deal, or was it just a quick line?
Yes, Sansa's point will be very important. George has talked about it as well.
It's logistics. What can
It's important to feed
Brown
people.
do for you? Move your fucking truck and feed those fucking
Oh
dragons.
my god.
I
Also,
just jumped down here. I got it. There was a couple others. Keep talking.
Also, Chloe.
remember when Daenerys burnt down all of the extra food left in
Yeah.
Westeros last year?
Yeah, no,
That-
that was not missed. Like, well, it is gonna be missed. It's a
Like, is it
better be
bad
missed.
writing or is it supposed to be intentional? No one knows.
I-
No one knows.
Do you want me to talk on that? Like, I
I
think
just want to know:
it's-
is it bad writing or is it intentional?
I think it's slim writing. I think they intentionally said that in season 7 for it
And
to
really
be
quick,
an
not reading that
easy
the
thing.
screw off.
What?
Moving on.
Oh no, I think that was like an easy thing in season 7 for them to show
Yeah.
and then
fun.
tell the story for season 8, being like, wow, no, you really fucked us, and that's an easy thing for us to hate
Ugh.
Dany on because she made that choice. But like, it's completely justified at the time, and that's just the nature of war and
What's a
and all
quick
that
topic?
shit.
The Tarly thing.
But no, like the burning all of the food, like burning
So
Oh,
the
Randall
wheat train.
Tarly, Randall straight up says to Jamie, "All the gold arrived safely, so now we just have grain left."
But it's just
and then
food here.
they burn it, and it's
They
just
burn all
it's
the food.
silly.
It was
It's
a
like bad
it was a
writing.
tactical maneuver. Was it the smartest maneuver at the time? Sure, but hindsight, yeah, it would have been better to save the food.
Yeah.
You know,
Fucked up. How you gonna come north though and be like, how do you not have food for me and my monster children that no one actually knows how to feed except me, and I don't really even know how to do it? And then
Yeah.
be like, what do you mean you can't feed us?
Yeah.
Does she really pull the "How do you mean you can't feed us" line though? Like, does she really do that? Like, she just kind
I
of says they
mean,
eat
just the back
everything,
and
right?
forth drama. It's the back and they eat everything.
It's
Well,
just TV show drama. Is
exactly. So
They
it's like
eat all the
maybe
fucking chickens in the
they
room.
better
they
fucking just
eat
deal with
every
it next
fucking
episode.
chicken
I don't
in
have energy. They better deal with it next episode because I don't have the energy. I don't.
Any other Q&As, Benj?
Looks like that's it for now.
All right. Well, become a patron to learn more about our reward tiers at patreon.com. Get your head out of your ass and also become a patron of
Yes.
Girls Gone Canon at patreon.com/Girls Gone Canon, where they're actually smart and they also drink and they're just brilliant. And beautiful too. Like, we don't offer that. We offer, drunkenness for sure, but the
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
brilliant.
You guys are beautiful in your own way. Also, you have Abby.
I'm only speaking on average.
Oh my god.
So, either way, check out Girls Gone Canon on patreon.com. Become a patron like we are. We are very proud supporters of Girls Gone Canon and everything that they do. Follow us on Twitter at Know and Drink. Give us a digital raven at knowandrink@gmail.com. Subscribe, like, rate, and leave comments on iTunes and YouTube. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when that next episode comes out for us or when we hit our next live stream. And until next time,
Winter is
still don't
coming, and
know.
so am I.
I still don't know, so I just drank. As
Don't turn your
always,
back on the wolf pack.
don't turn your back on the wolf pack.
As always, winter is coming, and so am I.
I don't know my house words. I forgot them. I just don't.
You
How about an
already-
as always?
How about your
As always, I drink a lot of mimosas.
And as always, stay imaginary. Thank you all.
Thanks, guys, for having me.
the button.
Hey, we're just still technically here. Hi, hello.
All right. So,
We are just focusing on the chat at this point.
yeah, this is straight up because I have at
Straight
least
up
2
now,
beers.
tell me, don't
Yeah, I have at least 2 beers left, and I'm like,
oh,
well, we can either stay on and chit chat because I'm
am
gonna
I
hang out and
caught
keep him
in a
on,
hit and run?
or we could go live again. So yeah, we decided to go live again, and this would be fun. We have no idea what we're going to talk about. So chat, help us out, give us topics to talk about. But I will throw this out. Oh, Lady Starfall, Lady Lord Dane Starfall had a question. I missed it earlier. What was your question earlier? So
You did not answer my question earlier, he says.
and I apologize. I did not see it.
And
So
Alicia Kingston, I am not my cups. I'm in my cans.
So I got a question for the chat though. What
That's
is your
true.
favorite drink? What do you guys I know AK kind of know yours, but if there's something different. But if you're just on a normal night chit chatting with friends, what do you like to have?
Yeah, like what's your go-to drink? Yeah, do you appreciate a White Russian? Do you like a certain beer? What is it that gets your goat, as they say? That's a bad saying though. Like who really has a fucking goat?
It's like getting off the wagon. It's a great Seinfeld joke. Why does it say he's off the wagon? The beer was always carried on the wagon. And hello, we have a newcomer to the stream.
Yeah. Leighton, is this Floats out here? This
No.
is
First of all, can you hear me?
yes.
Okay, I did the microphones right today. Hi.
Melissa
This
of
was
House
unexpected.
Algo Rhythm. Welcome so much to our just post random show.
I'm calling this the waiting for bedtime visit.
You know what? That's how I feel about
That works. Yeah.
Hey, it's Easter, but who cares?
All right, so
I do,
Lady
but it's
Lord,
fine.
so really quick, Lady Lordaine asked if you think that Grey Worm is really unsullied, or has he been banging Miss Sandy this whole time?
No. He's unsullied.
Yeah,
I don't want to downplay the question, but no, no balls.
Yeah, it's known he may have he may have no stones, but maybe a pillar. But I doubt that. I think it's
No, I think he's shaved.
a Ken doll.
Clean. I think he's shaved clean. Melissa, what do you think on that? Does he have anything to offer other than respect and time?
Well, I mean, there are other ways, gentlemen.
Well, sure.
I'm just saying.
That's why we're asking you.
I feel like he has a lot to offer more than just hanging out, but I believe he's unsullied. Otherwise, he can't be in the Granite Person's boy band of No Balls. So, which I'm a big fan of and would like to hear.
I missed that. I missed the grand person. So we got Theon. We got Grey Worm. Varys.
And
Who
then
else?
2 unsullied as backup singers.
Okay, fair enough. Fair. I would throw in a member of I would say one Unsullied and then a member of the Silence as a backup dancer. You know, of Euron's ship.
Yeah.
He's got all the mutes. You gotta have the backup dancer, but one fucking off the sound of the thing.
You got to make sure he can stay on, the beat and knows what
Hey,
song they're doing for which
if you
dance
got
is possible.
if you get a rower from one of those ships, all they hear is doom, doom,
That's true.
doom, doom. They got rhythm. So.
And
They
now I'm
have
singing the
blues.
Phineas and Ferb song, I've Got Rhythm, from The Librarian, and they're getting the band back together episode.
Oh shit! She said a bow, mow, mow, and I was thinking their one hit wonder
'Cause they
song.
got rhythm.
With yeah. I sorry. Whenever I hear Phineas Ferb, I think they're bow chicka wow wow. That's what my baby said. Mow mow mow, and my heart started
Yeah.
thumping. Chicka chicka doo wow. And
Yeah,
here's the thing.
I really
I
think
watched
that
that
needs to
well
go on.
before I had a 2-year-old son. I actually really.
Oh, I love Phineas and Ferb. I feel
Phineas
like
Ferb were awesome.
that should not be a show on Glenn's the podcast that never ends.
Which is for all of those that have been paying attention for the last 2.5 years, The podcast, Melissa, would you like to describe what the podcast that never ends is?
I would. I feel like we
You
need
are the
some sort of like
specifically
kickstart.
perfect person to describe and like kick this off
Okay.
again.
So Chad, I need your help. So Abby and I
We
have
all
been
need your help.
pushing because Glenn is quite frankly the funniest of everyone. It's because he's not related, so it's probably
you
genetic.
all know Glenn. It's
Okay.
the Glenn that sits over there.
Yeah, aka Gumby. But so
or Glumby.
So what we want is we want Glenn to sit and watch really bad children's television and live stream his reaction. So for example, Teletubbies.
Thomas
Just
Tank
one
Engine.
episode. Thomas the Tank Engine. Fucking Peppa the Pig. Right? Caillou. That guy. Just one episode of the
Ghost
worst
Rider.
TV shows that we've had to sit through as parents.
Just free shows, PBS shows.
If we're being completely honest, it all hinges around Lamb
That's
Chop.
right.
It
The
all
original.
hinges around the original Lamb Chop, where hand puppets, lambs, terrible music. That's what we want Glenn to talk about. You all know
That's
Glenn.
episode 1.
Or,
Abby and I have lists somewhere of like all the shows.
You know that
You did Desiree, and I would say it was the worst show. I was just calling out PBS shows. I loved Ghost Rider as a kid. That and Wishbone. That's how I got through half of my fucking book reports. Was those two shows because they gave you breakdowns of the books they were covering.
Oh, I mean, there's great shows out there. Reading Rainbow. That was a great show. Even Arthur, not so bad. But like, I don't know.
I would have watched Dave the Barbarian. Literally, when I was about 22, 23 years old, I'd be getting ready for work at 7 a.m. And there's a show, I think it was on Disney or Nicktoons. It was the dumbest fucking cartoon in the world. Dave the Barbarian. I could still sing this theme song. Dave the Barbarian. Some shit like that. And I would watch it, and it was actually good. It was actually funny, but it's like...
I mean, it's no Thundercats, but sure.
No, fuck Thundercats. Fuck Thundercats. They were
no
Voltron
Voltron.
ripoff. Yeah, there's no Voltron.
I agree with you.
I
It's no
like
Voltron.
Thundercats though.
It
You know what was even better
no
was
Thundercats.
Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. That was the best.
Best cartoon of all time is Gargoyles. And
That is a phenomenal.
Sorry, I don't dislike it. It's not the best because you're competing with Pinky and the Brain.
That's
still
true.
better than Pinky and the Brain. There's only
not Ren and
one
Stimpy. No,
answer
I
I will
lied.
accept.
Pinky the Brain, Tiny Toon Adventures, and DuckTales.
I was gonna say there's one answer that I will accept, and DuckTales I will accept as better. DuckTales, yes. Pinky the Brain and Tiny Toons.
These are not the shows that Glenn will be watching.
No.
I cannot respect your response more. These are not the shows that Glenn will be watching.
These are not the shows he's looking for.
These are not the shows that the animation side
He will be watching
allow
Police
him
Force, which, oh my god, I don't know, Luke. I think it was before you remember. Melissa, you might remember that one. It was one of the dumbest ever. It's like most convoluted. This one guy had a fucking robotic arm thing that, oh yeah, Police Force would be on the Glenn's list of.
Well, and I feel like once the show gets going, every once in a while we're going to throw in like the teeny bopper shows. Like he has to watch one episode of Eat My Shorts.
That was a
Camp
great
Ronald
show.
Watt.
But yes,
I know, but
was
still,
it a
like,
great show?
and like Liv and Maddie and
Hey dude.
Hey
oh
dude.
yeah,
Was Eat My Shorts different than Hey Dude?
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey dude was on a dude ranch. Eat My Shorts was at summer camp.
I only know
Eat
them
My
as
Shorts was so
being
much better.
the
It was.
same thing because I remember both of them.
Yeah.
But they were
and then
like,
Are You
it was
Afraid
like,
of the Dark?
oh, yeah.
Was actually
Oh,
a
hold
good
on.
show.
You want to talk about Are You Afraid of the Dark? You want to talk about Zebos? We know Zebo the clown. We remember Zebo the clown.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot something that I need to shout out. Animaniacs.
Animaniacs, which when you said
Ren
Pinky
and
the
Stimpy,
Brain,
that's
Pinky
what
and the
meant.
Brain,
Pinky
I
the Brain,
automatically
Pinky the Brain.
think Animaniacs. Like it's the same group, right? It's the same.
Yeah, it's
thing,
all
pretty
Warner
much.
Brothers. Yeah.
No, Ren and Stimpy was MTV.
Oh yeah.
No,
Oh, yeah.
not Ren and Stimpy, but Pinky the Brain
Pinky
and
the Brain,
Animaniacs are the same
spun
group.
off. Yes, Pinky the Brain spun off from Animaniacs.
Yes.
So yeah, it's
Yes.
and if you ever want to learn the 1993 version of the world and the 2016 version of the world,
Mhm.
there is a guy, the guy who did Yakko's voice, does it live at every appearance where he does United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, da-da-da-da-da-da, and he will go through the entire list of the world's countries in song, and it's fucking hilarious. And they updated it in like 2014, 2015 to get all the new countries that have been
I
created since. Go ahead.
I have to go now.
Okay.
My children are all sleeping.
Congratulations.
I know.
My one was sleeping a while ago, and it was kind of embarrassing. He was on the kitchen chair, laying down. Anyway, I'm not gonna feel guilty.
X-Men's 90s show, best theme song of any cartoon.
I actually don't remember it, but I remember loving the
DuckTales is
X-Men
awesome.
90s show.
What's that?
I don't remember the X-Men, the 90s X-Men, but I the theme song is my point. I remember the show. I would need to listen to it. Your Death of Dies. I'm not saying that they're bad. It's just not doing it for me.
On. I just don't
it's
have
not doing it for me. Which is totally fine. But
Alicia, 8K throwing out some stuff, she's throwing out X-Men 90s, which I absolutely agree. Batman and Spider-Man 90 shows.
Can we not disregard? Clearly, I don't know if you're gonna find any even animators that are gonna be against you if you throw out Batman animated series in the 90s.
Oh, absolutely.
That is phenomenal. But I also want to throw out Batman Beyond.
Batman Beyond is very good.
I'm not gonna go and say that I saw all of it, but it was
I enjoyed it.
Truly
It was a good
phenomenal,
concept,
and they did a wonderful job. I am no expert on animation
but I will say the
Batman
the Batman animated series has the best Joker of all time because it's Mark Hamill.
It is
doing the voice,
sure is.
and the character direction is the best Joker of all time. Better than Heath Ledger, better than Jacob Leto, better than Jack Nicholson. He's the best Joker of all time is Mark Hamill, and I stand by that.
I am about to play the
X-Men.
I know you can't hear it, Benji, but the
that's fine because I'm going to take a 20-second break here. So.
Gambit was always my favorite. Jubilee's fine. Jean Grey is fine. Professor. Gambit was always left versus right. Oh man, a minute one of excitement. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's just good stuff. Alicia, thank you for sharing that. And I'm gonna burp because I'm drinking beers. But
sorry, what's the conversation now?
No, it's still the same. I just watched the entire X-Men original animated series theme song, and I remember the animations more than I remember the song on that one.
I gotcha.
Where it was very left versus right, and that always threw me off with the X-Men because they weren't really fighting against each other. I mean, no, they were always fighting against the fucking giants or whatever they were fucking called.
Well, yeah, the very first episode or first series of episodes were against not the Juggernauts, the Sentinels. They were against Sentinels and the humans creating the Sentinels to destroy the X-Men or destroy the mutants. But then it does progress on, and the storylines actually were really good and kind of really intense for a Saturday morning cartoon. And yeah, my camera, yeah, there you
No,
go.
I got it.
I know,
Apologize
I
for
know.
that.
But it was kind of, it was actually a very good description of how for what I know, because I never really read the comic books. My whole introduction to the X-Men series was from the show, but the storylines they had, they were very deep delved. But for a Saturday morning cartoon, it was really serious. Like they had the love interest between Logan and Jean Grey, and then but Jean
Love
Grey like
interest?
Scott.
No, they were banging the whole time. That was
No,
no, they
yeah.
were always banging.
All right, fine.
In my 6-year-old viewpoint, that was always
Yeah,
like, yeah, they fuck.
but you knew what they were doing. Yeah, but you at 6 years old, you knew. Yeah, oh yeah, those two were fucking. And so they didn't hold stuff back really. They dumbed it down a bit, but they didn't really hold anything back. And so to me, it's one of the best Saturday morning cartoons there were, because it didn't make you. Then that's why I like Gargoyles too, because Gargoyles didn't
I
really
felt very
dumb.
gargoyle-ish.
What's
Like,
that? Yeah,
like seeing it, I did because I know that better than X-Men, to be
yeah, and
completely
I
fair.
love both. Those are my two favorite cartoons of all time. Is X-Men animated series and Gargoyles, and they both, because they didn't dumb anything down.
They took
They just
human difficulties and made them animated series. Like it,
exactly, yeah.
yeah.
And so it's like they took, and yeah, they were magical and mystical and all that kind of stuff, but it kind of normalized it, but it took the normal human day life and put it in the magical realm kind of stuff. And it's why those two to me stand out. And AK said Jim was also very good at showing adult issues. I don't know, I never saw that one. That one doesn't stand out to me. Not saying that you're wrong. I'm
I'm saying
not
you're
aware of
wrong.
that.
I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm just saying that you're wrong.
AK in the chat said
No, I know.
Jem was also
I
very
know.
good at
I'm
showing
saying that
adult
AK
issues.
is wrong because just being a douche.
Yeah, fair enough.
But no, like I don't know. I do have a special place in my heart
Okay.
for both
Hey,
of
Justin.
those
Sorry, I
shows.
just saw him pop in here. Sorry.
Who?
Just Top Shelf Fandom, Justin. It would probably weird me out if I would still would like to see an episode. Sorry. I just saw him pop in. I was saying hi.
Oh, gotcha.
all.
Yeah, no, but like I certainly have a special heart and place in my heart for I'll give you a drunk pass just this once. Thanks, Ike. Um I love X-Men. I truly do. And the animated series really made me think that it was kind of probably one of the better ones of the era,
Mhm.
of that mid to late 90s animated series. Um top shelf fandom, thank you for joining us. Cheers for being here. Thank you, my friend. Um and like I remember watching those growing up because to be completely honest, I'll be 30 in what 2 months from now.
You old fucker.
I know I'm getting older every day. It just keeps happening. Um, but like I loved watching. Oh God, Mara Jade Starwalker's here too. God damn it! Did I didn't even say hi to her earlier.
Yeah, I think she just came in recently, but hi, hun.
I'm
Hello.
over it. Hello. Hello. I missed you earlier. Anyway, but like I do think there's been a bit of a heyday in
Oh yeah.
in animation. Like not that I'm in it and that I'm really an authority at all. But I don't know if there's really much of a dispute that like truly Batman in the animated series with Mark Hamill, like that was
hmm
something else. And Batman Beyond was phenomenal. Gargoyles was phenomenal. I mean, there were so many really really good animated series, and I'm not even gonna get into Nickelodeon, that like the shit
Yeah,
that Glenn and I grew up with. Not even the shit that you had with
because
it.
I didn't have Nickelodeon
And you
when
didn't
I
have
was.
Glenn either.
I didn't have Glenn either. No.
No, but like
But
But like even Nickelodeon, well before that shit was good. Like that's what Melissa was talking about a couple minutes
Yeah.
ago. Like, Hey Dude, like all
Well,
of
yeah,
that shit
I had
was
that well, we had that at grandpa's house. That's what I was saying when I didn't have
yeah,
that.
but it was
But
always
yeah.
fucking good. Mara J. Starworker, I'm not over it. Thank you for being over. Thank you
Yeah.
for being
So,
here.
but to your point, Luke, and I do agree with you. In our time, because we're about 5 years apart, so
Yeah.
there were some shows that overlapped a bit here and there, but with it, since our time of watching tunes and everything, a lot Saturday morning cartoons have gone away. You even had like Saved by the Bell, like when I was 7, 8 years old. Yeah, Saved by the Bell, which was a Saturday morning staple kind of thing going on. But all the kid television kind of thing has gone away because of government intervention, because of this or that, because of ratings and everything. And it is sad to see because I loved, yeah, looking back, the Saturday morning cartoons, even if, that was the thing to do. It was fun and it was exciting. Now, yeah, there's instant access to all the cartoons, all the shows, all the information. But there was that one thing of,
Real quick.
yeah, go
Cheers,
ahead.
AK Alicia Kingston. Thank you for joining us. Even
Yes.
for however much time you can be here, we're literally just drunk and we're literally just
And definitely, yes, go to AK's channel for tomorrow night for a live watch. She's doing live streaming, her reactions during the episode. So pull it up.
and before the episode, go to Tony Teflon
Yes.
TV. Subscribe right now. If somehow you are a fan of us and you don't know who Teflon is, like get your head out of your ass. I will keep saying that. Go there,
Yeah.
subscribe
Yeah.
right now. The
Absolutely.
best pregame show in town. The most exciting pregame show in town for goddamn sure. I'm pulling my Teflon Tony right now. Get your head out of your ass. Go there, subscribe right now, and we will see you there for sure.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And so, but, and just getting off this topic, fuck it. Everybody in these chats and everybody in our circle, make sure you're just sticking around on YouTube. Or if you even just jump in, drop a like. If you see somebody streaming about a Game of Thrones recap on your YouTube feed, just drop them a like. You don't have to absolutely subscribe. Never heard them, but it may pop up because they may be friends of your friends. But if they're friends of your friends, it's probably somebody you might want to subscribe to. Give them a like, give them a listen. There's a ton of content out there right now, and I get it, but just give everybody a listen. Give everybody a like because everybody needs to build, and it's just everybody's helping everybody out. So even if you disagree, like there's some guy on there talking like me who's completely pulling shit out of his ass, drop him a like because, hey, it'll help him out in the long run.
Yeah.
So anyway,
there was also a good question of what time does Teflon start his pregame? And I think it's 6 p.m. Eastern. I think so. Please correct me in the chat if I'm wrong.
and the oaf just called you out on something. If you call somebody out, drop a link. So I will.
I looked
do
at
my
the
best.
mod.
Yeah, DAAK, Phil, help us out with that. Drop a link to Tony for us.
And I will never claim accuracy. Aside from when I say I feel like I'm pretty right. Which is usually for disagree with Benji. That's truly the only time I'll be like, I don't know if that's I don't know. It's engineer speak. I'll never say that I'm right. That will never happen on this show.
Oh, me either. And I'm like, yeah, if you notice, I'm like, I'm probably wrong. But then I look at the chat. Benji's right. Benji's right. Benji's right. Benji's right. Yeah, thank you.
That's so rare. I don't know if I've ever seen
earlier.
that.
It
Yeah,
happened
I don't know about
earlier.
that.
So.
I don't know.
All right, so getting back to cartoons because we're having fun.
Let's keep talking about cartoons because that's kind of what we're doing at this point, right?
Yeah, you know what?
It's 12:08, the one true time.
The one true time.
So yeah, Benji, like growing up,
yes,
obviously we grew up pretty close. We had the same channels available. Do you remember watching the I'm caught on a thing. Um, the Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. Do you remember watching that?
Yes,
Like,
yes,
do
I
you
do.
remember
I
like being
vaguely
that being
remember
like a
that. It
big
doesn't
thing?
stand out to me, but it I recall it. I recall the animation style. It had a very gargoyle-ish
It
style
did, but that was
animation
it
style.
was very much before gargoyles was a thing.
Yes,
It
but
was very much
I'm
before
just
that.
talking the human like
Yeah,
design.
yeah.
Yes, but yes, I do remember that. I
Like
don't recall
Abby and
much
I
more.
think started becoming atheists because of that show. I truly think that it was like, you know what, I'd rather watch this cartoon than go to mass on Sunday, because it was a Sunday morning show,
Oh, gotcha. See,
and it was like,
Gargoyles is the one that caught me on my basically causing me to question my theology and
and I'm
belief.
not saying this is like, hey, subscribe to Drinks and Nose to become an atheist.
No, because here's the thing.
Especially
I'm
on
not.
Easter
I will say this.
Sunday, which it is now here in the one true time zone.
It is Easter Sunday. Yes.
So
Uh,
if you like painting eggs and thinking that people come back from the dead, happy Easter.
or if you like painting eggs and people come back from the dead, happy Game of Thrones season 2 or season 8 episode 2 day.
Right. I
Because
mean, it's
it's
all I love a good fiction. I
see me.
love storytelling.
And here the thoughts and comments spotted on Drinks and Nose YouTube channel are not conducive with everything that whatever the fucking
No,
thing
it's
is.
very conducive with what the ownership of this.
I know, but personally, it's agnostic for me, and we run the gambit on spirituality,
Yeah,
spirit,
Spiro the Dragon.
spirit of the dragon.
Be
But
subscribe to PlayStation to find out more.
look me up at Sly_McLean to get me on live.
Either way, we are certainly non-denominational and do not
Exactly.
support any.
But do not hate on any religion or
We do not
ideology.
support.
Well, we do not support, but we do not hate or deter from any ideology.
That is,
You're welcome to believe or feel however you'd like.
and
As
and
long
I
as you come in and
appreciate how wrong you are. And either way, thank you all for hanging out with us, even at this point. Because like if you're hanging out with us for this, good grief.
right.
But anyway, so we were talking about 90s cartoons. I want to get into like the Real Monsters, or
That one was a little after me.
I know it was, but like
Yeah. Recess. I loved Recess.
Recess was that was on for a long time. That like
That was on for a
like
long time, but
even
that
in
was actually
terms of like
I got into Recess after I should I was too old to actually should have gotten into Recess, but I loved cartoons and so I always watched them and I fucking loved Recess.
so like Recess was one of those that like I'm with you. Like I loved it. It was great. It was great characters. A lot of to be completely fair with you, like you specifically, I see a lot of characters in it that I'm like I relate to Recess characters on
Yeah.
with like magnifying it a lot. Like
Oh yeah, we can call them out right now. The
you'll
smart
know them
brainy.
better than I will. It like names wise for Recess. Like
I can't remember the names, but I can call out the
but
the physical description.
that's what I'm saying. Like I I would need to see Recess again, but like
Yeah.
that's kind of I actually didn't know until just now. But like the podcast that floats down here is our Stephen King's It podcast set in Stephen King's It literature that a lot of the time is set in 1958 and or 1985.
Mm.
And I think the cartoon Recess fits a lot of the fucking inter character descriptions of like, hey, this is what it means to be a bully. Which makes me think that like Recess clearly read it, and like has like the hey, this is what a bully is.
Well, yeah, like the leader of the recess crew, the shorter, dumpier kid is actually more of the Big Bill character. Like the character wise, the character arc is very they're there. He kind the whoever created recess took the losers
Oh,
from it
it's certainly
and
not
switched
like the
them.
same characters doing the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
for
he
sure.
basically took their personalities and switched them into different body types, and that's about it. It's like the personalities are there. It's just body types are
It's
different. But you're
standard
absolutely
middle
right.
school is
Yeah,
really what it is, and like
yeah.
it's one of those like I know I framed this whole conversation this way, but like it's
And I'm
not like
listening. I'm just walking away for a minute.
no, you're fine. Like it's not like wow, this guy totally stole this information from somewhere. No, like Stephen King didn't steal this information from somewhere. Like no, it's he's just really good at his fucking job, and his job is perspective. Um, David the gnome, right? Yeah, like Recess was a great show, and like Doug was a great show, but at the same time, like Doug was around for so long. You want to talk about fucking having some fucking basketball shoes with oh man, oh Skeeter's a guy. I love Skeeter. Um, no, it's the all of these shows are it's almost tropey at times because guess what? Either they started the trope or they follow the trope because they're a fucking animation or they are there to start the animation. And here comes Ben. So Ion Trone. Goddamn Ion Trone. Where have you been, my friend? Ion Trone. Woo!
So really quick, look, I where it's here and everything you were saying. So, but I just was having a thought. Your call, your thought. We have to pick one of the three: Kelly Kapowski, Winnie Cooper, Topanga. I know we're talking animation. I'm throwing it up,
Freaking
but
one of the
okay.
three?
Was it
Freaking one of the three?
okay?
Kelly Kapowski.
MFK, MFK, Mary, fuck, kill,
Kelly Kapowski.
or
Pega Lawrence. And
Winnie Cooper. I know we're talking animation, but
uh
I just thought about mid '90s thing, and
well that's a good question. I feel like my podcast experience in listening to Night Vale would be very different if the woman that lives in your house that doesn't have a face wasn't there. Who is Whitney Cooper? Same
like
actress.
voice wise.
Uh,
What's her name? I should know this off the top of my head, but I don't. 2 seconds. It is Danica McKellar.
Yes, Danica.
Yeah,
I feel like my life would be very different without Danica.
you're right.
So I'm gonna go ahead and marry her.
You're marrying her. All right.
Um, so it was also between Topanga and who?
Kelly Kapowski.
Lake Powski was the. But I feel like I would be killed.
See, this is probably the hardest MFK I could ever come up with, and I
I
just literally didn't
appreciate a good Topanga,
Yeah,
but I'm gonna go ahead and kill her.
fair,
Kill Topanga. F.
fair. F
Kelly
Tiffany,
Kapowski.
F
How
Tiffany.
about
See,
you?
and I'm exact same but completely different for you.
Exact same, but the
But
opposite.
I'm marrying Topanga because she's just
Not a
that.
bad choice. Not a bad.
She's
I
that
mean,
weird
Corey
one out there
Matthews made
that
the same fucking choice.
kind of just. But oh, she's so fucking gorgeous, and
He's
just
fine.
the long term. But I'm gonna f Tiffany Amber, Kelly Kapowski, because you just have to. And then, yeah, I got to kill Winnie Cooper, even though it sucks, but she's the plainest Jane of them all. And yeah, unfortunately, she's beautiful. She's absolutely gorgeous, but
Thank you.
yep. So anyway, sorry.
Is
it
there
was,
any aim to what we're doing right now? I don't
no,
think so.
it's none. But okay, to quote, God damn it, not Spartan, fucking Gladiator. Are you not entertained?
Are
you
you
having a good
not
time?
entertained?
At the chat's board and everything. Feel free to leave, and we understand. We just figured throw this out there because hey, I had
If your Bluetooth speaker is getting pretty drained, just let us know if you're actually bored. Like, Jia Yingfu, I love you. I love you so much. Just let me know if this is boring too. It's one thing to be like, the Bluetooth speaker is dying and there's nothing left to offer. I see 2 votes for having fun. So let's
and I saw a vote earlier of I had 1% of my phone, and then I didn't hear from them again. It was John Delvento was like, shit, I got 1%.
Oh,
and
John
didn't hear-
Delvento. He's fine. He's fine.
He's all right.
All
So,
right, Benji, I have another question for you.
All right.
I'm gonna stick on the 90s and or early 2000s
Fair.
animation. One of my all-time favorites, and if Abby was here, she would back me up. And this may be again a little bit after you.
Mhm.
Rocket Power.
Rocket Power. It sounds familiar. I'm
Don't
not
know it.
not familiar.
Don't know it. No, in the chat, if you watched Rocket Power, give me a fucking smiley
yeah.
face or rocket
Give me
or
a hell
something.
yeah! Sorry.
But no, that was like, hey,
establishing
the
my-
X Games are a huge fucking hit, and we
remember-
are making a fucking animation show about extreme games with Otto and oh no, man, it's fucking awesome. Squids and Twister
trying
and
to-
Reggie. It's a great show. It's a great show.
Okay. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember the video.
It was like
game.
a SoCal. Their dad
Yeah.
ran a fish taco fucking
I
joint.
remember we had a Rocket Power video game.
We did
I think
have
for
a
PS2.
Rocket Power video game. We absolutely had a Rocket Power video game.
Yeah, so I remember playing that because you had brought it home, and then I was told you can't get Grand Theft Auto Vice City because Luke and Abby are too young for that. I was like, fuck you.
And so that you had that at Grandpa. And that
No,
was
I had it, but I did buy it because I was working at GameStop at the time, and I was just not allowed to play it while unless you guys were at school. So like, I literally had to wake up in the middle of the day because I worked evenings just to play the goddamn game while you guys were at school because I'd already graduated.
So like, is it weird if we just like blatantly give our ages? Like, I think people could probably figure it out over time.
Yeah, I mean, like Luke said, he's 29, gonna be 30 in a month or 2.
Did I say that earlier?
You did.
You probably did.
You said I'll be 30 in 2 months. So
Yeah, that's coming up.
yeah,
Don't
and
throw
I
me a
am.
party. Don't.
I'm
Please don't.
I'm 34, gonna be 35 in a few months here. So it's we're about 5 years apart, and to spoil it, Melissa is 5 years older than I am,
and she's
you can figure out the other
almost
ones.
exactly 10 years older than I am.
Yeah, so it's one of those. It's however was when we were growing up. It was like, how old is Luke? Oh yeah, he's 5 years younger. How old is Melissa? Oh yeah, she's 5 years old. It was always just real easy to figure that one out. The
And
other
how
two,
old is Mr. Nercy? 7 3/4 years younger.
right?
That piece of shit.
Yeah. Mr. Nercy throws off the fucking thing, but so yeah, you get a good dynamic of like I grew up watching Grease and Welcome Back, Mr. Cotter because of Melissa, and I think Luke saw some like Chippendale Rescue Rangers and a few of the older
Chippendale
school,
Rescue Rangers.
He-Man and Voltron and all that. And I will give credit to Luke for actually being my excuse for liking Power Rangers because I was
there's
around.
nothing wrong with
I was
Power
around like
Rangers.
10 or 11 when Power Rangers really became a thing, and was allowed at the time. Like looking at it now, I was allowed my age to be a fan of them, but I'm like, I can't be a fan because I'm not cool. That's blah, blah. But my little brother watches them, and okay, yeah, I can watch them with him. And oh fuck, Power Rangers were fucking the shit.
It was good.
I
They were fucking the shit, and they
dude,
were good.
dude, Kimberly, Amy Jo Johnson, Amy Jo Johnson. I should have thrown her in there
Yeah.
to
No,
really thrown you off.
she was even as a first grade kindergartner. I was like, yeah, no, there's a pretty big difference.
Yeah.
She's the one I would like to see. Maybe I was early on my interest in women.
Well, I was the same. Like
possible.
with Tiffany Amber Thiessen, I was the same way. Like I was 5 years old and or 6 years old, and Saved by the Bell came. I was like, yes, I can understand exactly what I want to do with you. So, hey, Bo.
I think Glendog just got home.
Nice. But yeah, no. But here's the thing, like Power Rangers. I've literally my first date I ever had. I was
Mighty
12.
Morphin Power Rangers.
I don't even think you know this, Luke, and I will tell this to the whole chat. My first date ever was to the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. There was
I love that movie. If you have not seen that movie, that's a really good movie.
It actually is, and it's a good movie. But like, I was in probably 7th grade, and I said, "Hey, do you want to go to the movies?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I said, "What do you want to see?" And she goes, "Why don't we go see the new Power Rangers?"
We're
And I
talking
was
about
like,
anything. Ready? Here comes Glendog, hot as a candle. Here comes Glendog, as hot as it gets.
Oh, it's got to be Power Rangers movie.
We're talking about
Absolutely over the
Power
Pokemon
Rangers movie right
Fuck
now.
that.
Power Rangers?
Oh,
Yeah.
I gotta say it again.
Power Rangers movie over Pokemon movie.
Ooh.
Oh,
What are your
Which
thoughts?
Pokemon movie?
well,
I guess the
who was
original,
that?
the first one with
Theo
Mew, V,
says Mighty
Mewtwo.
Morphin or
With Mewtwo.
Pokemon first movie. And Power Ranger, absolutely. I'm not a Pokemon fan, so that's for me. I'm out on that one.
See, I think
Also, welcome, Glendog of House
Welcome to
Dog.
the dog.
Welcome to the dog house.
I think
Actually made it.
I wasn't really crazy about like the show and the movies with Pokemon. Like the game was second to none, I think. Like the Game Boy,
Game Boy game is
red and or
Yeah.
blue.
and gold too.
Gold
It was the
good.
same
Gold
thing.
and
but,
silver was
but you
cool,
could
but-
also have Pikachu.
No,
Yeah.
yellow. You're thinking of yellow.
Oh,
Gold,
yeah,
gold and
yeah,
silver
yeah.
were cool, but they're the second generation where it's just like
All the
it's-
new Pokemon that aren't on the show. So
Yeah.
I don't know who the fuck you are.
I don't know. I got some snail or
I
something.
get a
like
Squiddish. What the fuck is a
I get a
Squiddish?
Swedish.
Well, hi, Glenn. How are you?
Good.
How have you
And
been?
so, all right, Glenn, really quick. MFK, Marry Fuck Kill, Winnie Cooper, Topanga Lawrence, or
Zora High.
Kimberly. Oh, or
No,
Kimberly.
no. You gave Kelly Kapowski earlier. This is a very different
Oh,
FMK.
God.
This is a very
Fine.
different
I
FMK.
know. I was trying to switch it up for him because,
Okay,
it
all
was-
right. So
or
is
Amy
it-
Jo Johnson, or Pink Ranger,
go on,
Kimberly.
Benji.
So,
give whichever
Winnie-
one you want to give.
I'm giving it now. Winnie Cooper, Topanga Lawrence, and Kimberly from the Power Rangers. Marry Fuck Kill.
I guess I'm gonna bang Kimberly, marry Topanga Lawrence, and then kill Winnie Cooper.
I agree.
Figures. Not a bad. I don't think there was a bad choice.
Right, and then it'd probably be the same with Kelly Kapowski too.
Yeah.
Substitute
Fair.
Kelly Kapowski in for the Pink Ranger.
for the Mary.
Yeah.
Probably-
Yeah.
I guess is that what I said?
Yeah. You said fuck the Pink Ranger.
Yeah.
I thought. Yeah. Married Topanga,
Well,
which
you
is the
did.
right answer.
Fuck her infinitely if you marry her, right? You. That's Glenn's least favorite thought process on any FMK.
No. Like the problem is like people are just like, well, I can fuck Topanga, but then I can marry Kimberly, and then I can just fuck her anytime I want.
And that's
Yeah.
just a
So
great.
it's like it's basically
romantic-
fuck 2, kill
Yeah,
1.
Fuck 2.
Well,
One,
what-
you get you get to do the dirty stuff with the one. The one you marry.
The one you get
it's
to
like-
do one time.
exactly. But you get
Like
to
a
do
one-night
all the dirty stuff the
stand,
one
yeah.
time.
Whatever.
One night Larry.
One night. Anything goes one night. The other
From
one you.
Iantron, MFK, Jorah, Pypri, or Pycelle.
All right, let's do that. Okay.
Riley,
So
go ahead.
Jorah, Pypri, and who else?
Pycelle.
Pycelle.
I'm marrying Jorah.
I'm marrying Pypri. No fucking doubt. That guy's got talent. I want to be
Never-
around for that.
As a husband.
Jorah will spoil you like a motherfucker because he wants to make you happy. He's
Oh.
already proven that.
Oh, I'm
So-
banging Jorah for sure. Have you seen that bear cock?
The
Come
bear cock?
on. I want it as hairy as possible.
I'm
Glenny,
fucking Pyatt because those lips, those blue lips would feel pretty goddamn good wherever I want them.
All right, Glenny, who are you marrying? Pypri, Jorah, or was it GMP? Was
Here-
it the one Pycelle?
Here's the thing, and the thing is,
It's all. It's all
I
about
think I'm
friendship.
marrying
I'll be back.
Pycelle because he's probably gonna croak, and sooner
You-
and or
You're
later.
Glenn the Gold Digger.
So that's what you got to play your cards right. He's gonna pass away sooner than later, and we found out that he did die by wildfire. So I mean,
No, yeah,
Some-
you're a grave digger,
gravedigger.
and I'm proud. of you.
Sunday,
Sunday,
grave
digger.
I got the urge to jump that bookshelf over there.
I wonder if they have that book that I read. Yeah.
And then Pypri or Jorah.
Or Jorah. So you gotta fuck one, kill one.
I'm not a big fan of the
I married
Pypri.
Pypri.
You're marrying him.
You're not a fan of him. You want to talk about that?
He's gonna live forever, so you're gonna have to deal with
Is
that.
he?
Pycelle's gonna die any minute now. And you want to fuck Jorah?
I never chose. I just said that I was marrying Pypri. That's all I've said
So
at
who
this
you,
point.
who you gonna bang?
I think the onus is back on me to make a decision on that,
Yeah.
isn't it? So it's between Pycelle and Jorah. I think I could turn Jorah over and make that happen.
Turn him over.
Fuck.
You're gonna turn him over. Now, all right. So
Glenn doesn't think so.
backup question: as far as when you have one of these like male, deals where it's like Jorah or whatever, are you pitching or catching? Like, does that
I
is
guess-
that is that specified in
I think that when
FMK or
I think it just kind of shows your style.
your style?
I think that has to, it has to go into it, and like how you think you would. I don't know.
So what is that? I take it up
To be
the
completely
asshole.
fair and honest, I'm not gay, so I don't know how that man-to-man conversation happens. Of like, hey,
And the oath, in fairness, I love Glenn like a brother, not quite family. So I'm just saying. Anyway, I'm moving on.
I don't know how that conversation goes. I think maybe I don't know. Like,
Do you gotta bend over for Jorah, or do you just like, hey, like,
I'm not gonna bet her for Jorah. That's just not me though. But I'm also
well,
not.
here's the
I'm not a gay man. I don't know. Like
Obviously.
it's. I think the relationship is what dictates it.
you have a relation, even though you're just gonna fuck him for one time.
No,
you're
I-
building a relationship with him.
I haven't decided that yet. But I would respect his choice in the conversation.
Your words stated, "I will turn him over."
And I quote.
And I quote, "I would like to turn him over."
that is true.
And he said something about
Um,
his big bear hairy cock or something like that.
So just for
I
the
think I
chat
said
and
berry
just for this
cock.
old random thing, I went and grabbed from my stores of unfiltered, unfucking anything mead. I have no idea what this.
Unfiltered, unbent,
Should
unbroken.
we run over there and drink the rest of that with him? That
I
sounds
don't
terrible.
know what really this is. It just says Sizer, so it's probably an apple.
Oh,
but
it's
I
apple.
Swish.
Do you want?
have no idea. Just letting you
You can
know,
just say
it may be an
no.
interesting night.
Hey,
Guess
hey
that's all I
Ben,
have
right
left.
along with you. Glenn's drinking an unknown mead. Look at that.
Nice. Nice.
It's probably spicy.
God damn.
It smells
I'd rather
alright.
bang all of them instead of drinking mead the rest of my life. All right. So is that what
alright.
we're just asking questions like that?
Yeah, I
So-
mean, just random. We're,
I
we're
said,
just bullshitting. There's nothing going on.
Earlier I said, would you rather have Drogon or Charizard?
That's a good question. All right, Benj, what do you think? So, if you had to have like in your pocket, or just like you in your life, Drogon
Elliot.
or
Elliot.
Charizard,
Elliot. I want Elliot.
like finger up, Elliot.
Brian Elliott, the goalie?
Pete's Dragon Elliot.
You
That
talking about
lovable
with, like,
motherfucker.
The guy that hung out with
E.T.
Atreyu.
You're talking
No,
about
Pete's-
E.T.,
Pete's
the
dragon.
alien.
No,
Yeah, right. That
it's
he
Pete's
rides the
dragon.
bicycle.
I feel like you
Next to the
changed.
moon.
I think you changed the nature of the question.
Elliot.
Now, if I had to choose between Drogon and Charizard, are we talking Charizard? Are we
You're
talking?
talking about Charizard,
well,
Drogon.
We're probably talking about
I know.
Charmander, but you evolve
I
him
was
into
saying.
Charizard.
I was gonna say Charmander.
Correct.
No. Yeah,
Correct me if I'm
Charizard
wrong.
is the
You
is the
said
full
Charizard.
form. Yeah, Charizard is for full form. Okay.
But you
Char-
could
I-
have a Charmander and then evolve him into Charizard eventually.
I had to work it through my head, and so
Drogon, you
Charizard
don't get
or-
the joy of
I'm going
evolving and stuff
Drogon.
like that.
I'll go Drogon because he seems kind of less like a dick. Charizard, you really have to work for it. Drogon, you just be like, dude, you're mine. And he goes, okay, fine.
I actually 1,000% agree with him.
You're saying
Like
Drogon?
for the information that he was given, I agree with Benji, and I don't like doing that publicly. But yeah, no, like for what he heard, yeah, that's the right answer. You go with Drogon because he's been super loyal, and Charizard is kind of a cock.
Yeah.
He's kind of a total dick.
My rebuttal.
Glenn
I will.
rebuttal. You
That
may.
You're basing the Charizard off of
Ashes.
It is the trainer that dictates
But I do
the
think
terms.
at this point, from what we've seen,
But I'm also
the
basing it off of
ability
Danny's
of
reaction
a
with
single
Drogon.
is very much gotta be related to a very specific relation to what an Ash's
Yeah, but-
Charizard is. Right now, you can't change
And-
it.
Drogon knows like
We've
two.
all drinking
Drogon
tap
knows
water.
two things: fly and
We've
Ember.
all drinking tap water before, Glenn. You can't change the rules
And
now.
and Charizard, anytime
Only
he
four.
has anything to involve in Ash's life, he just jumps in like, "Fuck you, I'm gonna ruin this shit."
Drogon knows-
Drogon's like, "Yeah, go bang my mom. It's cool. I just want to watch." So
you want to
and-
talk about which HMs
being a
are good?
cockblocker.
You want
BHMs.
to talk about Lapras right now? You're talking about
Well,
Lapras
that
right
was
now?
that wasn't the question. There's other Pokemon I'd rather have than
I'd rather have a Drogon.
All
than a
right, would you
Charizard.
rather? God damn it! Hang on, I have a question, but I can't
yeah, but a
Think of it.
Charizard can fit in a Pokeball.
fucking name.
I'd rather have a Drogon than a Charizard that can fit in a Pokeball.
Drogon knows two moves. Charizard.
Are you talking about HMs? You're talking about HMs.
Drogon can do two moves. Charizard can do four at a time.
Four at a time.
Four, yeah, you can't even talk.
You can do four at a time? Name them. What are the four that he can do every time?
So, all right, while you're thinking of them, Luke,
Why?
would you rather
Ember,
have
Swift.
a
He can do
direwolf
it every time.
or a Growlithe?
Say that again?
Growlithe.
Would you rather have a direwolf or a Growlithe?
Wait, hold on. Can the Growlithe evolve into an Arcanine?
Yes.
Yes, it can.
Yes, I should have said
I'm thinking
Arcanine.
the dire Arcanine.
Dire canine. Dire canine.
Dire Canon. Yes.
Alakazam.
Alakazam.
You know the interesting thing that the two fighter Pokemon.
Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan.
Hitmonchan.
Do you know who they're based off of?
Bruce Lee and
Jackie Chan.
No,
That's not a joke.
Yeah. No, never.
Bruce Lee,
Yeah,
Jackie Chan. One
Jackie
kicks,
Chan and-
one punches.
Yep.
Yes. We
All right,
know
fair
who
enough.
they were based on. Yes.
And that's the thing. The Pokemon thing is your guys' generation.
We're not
That
hitting
was-
on you at all. You're just
that was-
hitting in our strength.
hitting.
I got into Pokemon literally for about 6 months because of Pokemon Go, and it made me and my wife walk for a while.
There
Just
you
it was like
go.
it's something fun to do.
Walk
There
around.
you go.
And so I kind of, started finding it. And I remember one guy at work was like, Glenn, in your branch, Matt, he was like, all these fuckers playing Pokemon Go, walking around. I'm like, hey, dude, I fucking lost literally like 6 pounds because of that goddamn game right now. So fuck
6
off.
plums.
6 plums.
6 plums, yes.
So Glenn, what other kind of plums are you
Pokemon or plums?
I don't care.
You want to talk Pokemon right now or no?
Yeah, look, you guys want to talk about Pokemon?
So here's the
Glenn, just talk
here's the
Pokemon.
thing, and the thing is, I ran through
Good
the
night,
Elite
Mara.
Four
Yeah, I'll see your head
one
now.
time.
Sorry. Good night, Mary Jade.
with Alakazam only.
You ran through
level-
the entire Elite Four with
I had a-
Alakazam.
I ended up having like
Mary
a
Jade, Starwalker.
I
Thank you for
had
doing
a
that.
level 100 Alakazam.
So like as good as you can get.
As good as you can get, and I ran through
The most powerful Pokemon of all. Look,
of all. Yeah,
Do you agree?
I
Alakazam,
agree 100 and Alakazam %.
a level 100 Alakazam percent. You use that as your only.
Yeah, I didn't even
Pokemon.
have another backup guy. I just did that to see if I can do it, and I did it. And
Nice.
but, other good
Benji,
ones
I don't
are
know if you know like Pokemon well enough to know what even an Alakazam is.
I know the Alakazam. It's a little golden guy with a weird, like he's kind of a psychic.
It's like Bran.
Exactly,
Basically, take
psychic.
Bran
yeah,
and
it's
let
the
him stand up.
overpowered-
he looks like some kind of I don't know, coyote or something. I don't know.
He looks like. Yeah,
I know he's the coyote. Yeah, he's
the
a
Kadabra
coyote.
looks like
Could
Yeah.
a coyote.
Yeah,
Like a human coyote or something.
oh, maybe I am thinking of Kadabra, but Kadabra is the second version, like
Yeah.
the
Alakazam is
before
the
you
third.
get Alakazam is
Yeah.
the third
Little did you know,
generation.
Alakazam was in the movie The Matrix. He was bending spoons like you wouldn't believe.
Oh,
Right?
just said that. Yeah.
Other good one was it Articuno?
Articuno, another one of my,
my faves.
true faves. Alakazam and Articuno. I don't know if you can go wrong with either of those. The legendary bird. Come on. Come on.
Same. I was a
Good.
Venusaur fan. Like me. That I don't know.
Do you guys know what baloney smells like?
Slowpoke.
That-
Slowpoke. Nobody can beat fucking Slowpoke.
Slowpoke, Slowbro.
Slowbro is the evolved form of Slowpoke.
No, what's a big fat guy that
Snorlax.
Snorlax.
Snorlax, yeah.
You gotta get the Poke Flute for that shit, right?
All right, I got one for Luke. Would you rather
Exactly, Elamar.
know how
exactly.
Game of Thrones ends, or know who the bartender at Rock Road Saloon is? Jenny or Jane
Or Jane Woods.
Woods.
I
It's an inside joke, so I'll just
Yeah, I was gonna
drink.
say. I was
You
gonna
guys
say
drink
let's
this whole
drink 'cause
thing.
at the Rock. That's the St. John bar, right?
Yeah, have you ever been there?
Rock Road
Yeah,
Saloon.
but I was there
It's
before.
very
it was Rock
close.
Road
It is
Saloon.
not there
Yeah,
anymore because it's called the Spot now.
Yeah, it's been a
Which is
few
never
different
open.
places in the last, several years.
It's a really
But
good question.
Right next to the tattoo parlor.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's actually across the
So,
street. From
anyways, like
I
Ben,
know
we are
exactly.
for whatever reason, like we went there one time, and
after softball, like it was like, hey, we've been drinking all night. We played
our bartender.
softball.
We thought our bartender's name, and she told us she's like, my name's Jane Wood.
Jane Wood, and she made a
Jane-
point. She made
Jane
a point of it.
Wood. So
Yeah.
then, like a week or two later, we go back in
Or
there,
like 8
and then
weeks later,
and she's like, "Oh, hi, I'm Jenny," and it looks like the same lady.
It's definitely the same person.
was like,
And
"Yeah,
she knew who she knew who
yeah,
we were.
I'm Jenny," and we're like, "Yeah, where's Jane at?" Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Wait. What are you
Jane?
talking about? No, because we were like, hey, how's it going? And she gave us a hard time for not recognizing her.
Yeah.
Was the thing. And she was like, no. And it was like, oh, Jane
Oh,
Wood.
you're Jane Wood. Yeah, I remember.
No. It's Jenny
Nice
Woods.
Jenny Woods.
Talk to you later.
No,
Yeah.
no. Like,
Easy
you can't just change all of that on us.
Are you name shaming the bartender? If
She name
chose
shamed
to-
us. She made us look like shit for trying our best.
Yeah, but she, you were unaware of her name, but that's not her fault. That's
We
yours
did
for
our
not knowing.
best.
That's not your fault
It
for
was the
not
same
knowing-
person. It was the same person. Jenny Woods, Jane Wood, Jen Woods, Janie Woody.
Janie Woody.
Are you sure it's not Jamie Woods who works for
I am
UPS? He's a good
positive.
buddy of mine.
Anyway, we're looking for you.
If anybody knows anything about Jane Wood or Jenny Woods,
Please contact
contact us.
thepodcastthat.com, at thepodcastthat.com, at gmail.com, or 314.325-6335.
Right.
I don't think this is the right phone number.
Okay, I got another one. Would
Okay,
you
alright.
rather have
Yeah.
dragons?
Dragons like Drogon? Okay, finish the question.
Just stop.
Dragons or mammoths?
Dragons. Just blanket. Just those only two.
I'm picking mammoths.
Mammoths, baby.
Oh, Mammoth's Hut and Patio. You can find us here in St. Louis. We have a whole plethora of mammoth
Mammoth wear.
mammoth wear and mammoth foods like
I
the
mean,
like
that's-
the mammoth burger, which is
It is. It's a burger that has fur on.
it's covered in 4 inches of fur.
Fat and fur.
You can get
It's gonna be
yourself a mammoth burger, which is covered in 4 inches of fat and fur.
A mammoth burger. It might be a little hairy, but it's goddamn tasty.
It's certainly tasty. It's really hairy.
It's tasty, but it's really hairy.
Glenn, fix your camera. You're pointing at the steps.
I'm pointing
Just
the wrong
like
way.
that.
Okay.
Yeah. Turn down your point.
Yeah, he's
There you go.
terrible
We
at
gotta look
that.
your. We gotta
Anyways.
see you in Gumby. There we go.
Glenn doesn't like knowing how attractive he is. Get over it. Fucking get over it. Nice shirt, you piece of shit.
You son of a bitch.
son
Fur
of a bitch.
burgers are but fur pies, I'm a fan.
Fur pies?
Mammoth
No.
pies.
Nope, no fur pies. Nope,
Mammoth pies.
not for me. Nope. Glenn, you like your fur pie?
I'll eat a fur pie if need be.
Would you rather not, or like if you really, like if it's,
Would you rather not?
I feel like I'm leading the witness. I apologize. I don't know how to ask that question. Like, would you rather have a
Judge Judy.
shaved vagina,
Sir,
or
did you eat the fur pie or not? Well, yeah.
if
but
you had to
that's not
choose,
the point.
Glenn Dog, if you had to choose shaved vagina or not, but shaved vagina?
Well, we're going not shaved vagina because
Well,
you-
okay, fine. Shit, unshaved vagina or no vagina. What would you
That
choose?
was not the question. That's a
I'm
different
changing the
question.
question.
That's
is
a
this
very
is this a
different
mammoth vagina we're talking about?
question. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Because
whoa,
either
whoa,
way, there's
whoa.
gonna be fur.
right. Best fur in a movie. Yeah. National Lampoons. Oh, fuck. Geek.
National
What the?
Lampoon's Vacation.
No.
You talking about the beat the geeks, not the beat the geeks, the Revenge of the Geeks.
Revenge of the Nerd.
Revenge
Revenge
of
of
the
the
Nerd. The
Nerds.
Noid.
Revenge of the Nerd, or I have
Or-
one in my head and I can't think of it. It's a classic. It's
The jalapeno.
fucking. It's
This is the jalapeno one.
Oh,
It's the
Chad, you're
dragon
gonna
pepper.
help me out with it. Yeah, I'm drunk, but
Jalapeno.
God damn it.
That's the really
All right.
hot one.
You guys talk and I'll figure it out and I'll be back with a question.
Okay. So, Glennie, you missed out on a lot of fun tonight.
What do you mean? Fun?
Well, yeah, we had actually Chloe. Remember Chloe? She was on with us for like 2 hours tonight. And,
monkey.
Yeah, that's hot, isn't it? It's the
Oh, Jesus.
Whoa, sorry.
I figured it out. Revenge of the Nerds are Porkies.
Porkies.
I don't know Porky's. I hear that name, but I don't know it.
Oh, they actually are 3 great, like, late teen getting laid movie. Like American Pie.
It's like
they're very much.
Where they came out in like the
80s American
70s or
Pie.
80s or something like that.
Early 80s, yeah.
Yeah.
Early 80
And
American Pie.
is it
the
really
best way.
different than like Animal House?
Not quite.
Like,
a
in the
little
same
bit.
In the
vein?
same realm.
It's in the same vein.
If
yes,
it's
in the same vein of
if you know
Animal
what I'm
House.
talking
if
about.
you were talking
Animal
about
House is
movies that
still
we
the
grew up with,
best.
like
Yeah,
like Dodgeball, Anchorman, and old school. Like those are in the same vein.
yes.
Sure.
And
Right.
so, but Porky's and
Porky,
the other
is that National Lampoons?
I don't believe no,
No, I don't think so.
no, it's not. They're close. It's like
Did it have tits
felt-
in it?
Yes.
there was a lot. Yes.
Porky's.
I've never seen Porky's.
Porky's
I don't
was
think I've
was
ever
kind
seen
of
it.
like
I actually
Animal
recommend.
House.
I actually one day about a year ago and just did because you have the advanced speed. I watched them at 2 times speed. I got them all in the same day. Took me 3 hours, 4 hours. I watched them all. There's only 3 of them, but they're good. I mean, they're not good.
Porky's
but they're
movies? Is
yeah.
that what you're talking about?
Porky's 1, Porky's 2, and Porky's 3. They're actually not bad movies. They're not great. They're not spectacular, but they're
But are they
enjoyable.
actually worth
They're
watching?
your
right
classic 80s
Yes.
movie
If you watch
that
Porky's 1 is worth watching.
now? Lenny,
At
what are
one and a
your
half
thoughts
times
on
speed.
it?
I didn't mind it, the Porky's. It's your classic 80s movie where kind of
Yeah.
like Animal House or whatever. Or it's just
It's
like
a-
What am-
it's
what
a
am
senior
I?
it's a senior gets
Is
laid
it-
movie.
yeah.
That,
It's like we raise hell or whatever. Like I don't know if they're like a fraternity, they're just like buddies or something like that.
Yeah, I mean
But-
it's it's based in high school. It's it's all about the seniors get laid and the adventures to doing that.
Yeah, is it like because
And-
Porky's is like the I don't know strip club or something like that, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
They
then
go to the strip club.
that's where
and
they're trying to go to or whatever.
The
and
owner
Hold
throws
on.
them out.
Are we talking
and
about Miss Davis?
I got the.
the
All I
best
was gonna
part
see
of
is Miss
Porky's,
Davis' big
honestly,
old titties
is-
in my face.
Is you gotta get the assistant
Tan,
gym
a
teacher
tan.
to the boys' room because she's a werewolf. What do you mean? Ow, you'll see what I mean. It's just there's just funny lines that get unnoticed because it was a low budget comedy. It wasn't a big thing like Caddyshack, like all the other ones of that
Caddyshack,
time
what's
frame.
Caddyshack?
But it's actually really good teen fuck drama.
Teen.
Or not
Tan,
not drama.
tan,
He said
tan.
tan.
Teen fuck comedy. Teen
Miss
fuck
Davis, will
comedy.
you go to prom with me?
I give it a 10. A motherfucking 10.
Motherfucking We're clearly
We got
talking
him.
about Varsity Blues.
Man, he's a great dog, ain't he? I think
Great dog.
that's a pig.
I think that's a big. Oh man, Lenny, what have you been up to tonight? What?
Went to this place called Bones French Quarter.
Bones French Quarter. That sounds like a very French thing.
French and
You're so fancy.
so fancy.
So fancy. Did you watch the Blues game?
Yeah, I did.
They look good.
They look good.
And what happened?
They won.
And they won
3-2.
3.
Three serving 2.
And they did.
So yeah,
Continue.
on to the second round. All's well right now.
Yeah, I feel good about it. I'm not gonna dwell on it, but
Not gonna dawdle.
I'm not gonna dawdle, as Glenn would say. I like how Ben's in his basement. How about anything else?
We're in the
Glenn,
basement as well. Everybody's in the basement.
Of
their houses.
well, I am.
Of the
I know, we
the
are
gardens
too.
of their minds.
Yeah. So
You can grow ideas in the garden of their minds. Go ahead, take it
damn
away.
it, Betty, you're a goat. And that's where this whole thing started. Went back to Revenge of the Nerds, where it was like, God damn it, Betty, you're a goat. And where I brought up Revenge of the Nerds and Porky's. So Revenge of the Nerds or Porky's for female interaction. And
Can we talk about LMR real quick? And how how
it's an
embarrassing
interesting
she
transition,
is.
but I'm okay with that. All right.
Like just in general, how embarrassing it is to know someone so decent.
Embarrassing.
Like all she talks about is Glenn. I just want to level with you, Glenn. I don't know if you know how much she talks about gore and killing people.
Like Al Gore.
No, not even Al Gore. Just like killing people.
Kill.
And blood.
Finish it.
And just
finishing
like
them.
the worst the worst degradation of humanity that you can imagine. Just know that
Just
living
pulverizing people and like
living my Rhapsody is here for all of that. What's the worst thing that you can for like
gore wise or
yeah, just go gore depth. Just increase your goreisms.
okay. Basically
Let's just know this is just for living my Rhapsody.
okay. Basically what happens is you get taken by some kind of terrorist group and you're tied up, nothing's going on, but they have like a butter knife or whatever and they're sawing your neck off little at a time. And it's a butter knife.
The sound effects is perfect too.
Is that coming through?
It's coming through. I'm hearing it at least.
I'm not.
It's
But
eventually it's gonna
just that scruffy. There it is.
yeah, that's a butter knife, folks.
So
That is what I'm talking about with gore, because you're gonna
Eventually, they're gonna take the time.
Either they're gonna cut your head off,
or they're not
in 3 hours, or they're gonna butter your neck.
You know what?
They're gonna put some kind of spread on your neck,
if I
you're
was
gonna be humiliated.
If I was living by Rhapsody, of a good buttered
butter neck.
So Luke, can I answer really quick?
You
that
can,
one?
sure.
So, do you know what it looks like when a baby is microwaved in a microwave for 30 seconds? Because I don't, because I close my eyes. LMR doesn't.
Do you know what a cat looks like in a microwave? I do. You want to talk about that? No.
Sorry,
LMR
that's
has
like my worst joke.
never.
That's my
She
worst joke
has
ever that I
never
have.
put
I know. No.
cat in a microwave. I can confirm because I do know what that looks like. No, she's the worst of us, but she's also the best of us. Glenn, do you like cats?
LMR is fantastic.
Well, like cats, not.
But can you save us in this conversation?
By
No.
what? By putting a cat in the microwave? I can't do that.
We got
We
Dire
don't
Poe.
have a cat. Poe doesn't fit in the microwave.
She's way
We've
too
tried.
big. We can't try that again. All right.
Oh, I
Epic
know.
fail.
We don't harm babies or animals. We just sacrifice willing victims. Exactly.
Yeah, they all
That's
signed
what
the
I've called my
waiver.
last 4 girlfriends.
Well, right. They all signed the waiver. So we're all just here getting drunk, and
Yeah. And we appreciate you being here as well. Hopefully getting drunk with us.
if not,
LMR, we'll be getting drunk with you next week. So,
oh,
but
you're
everybody
so
else,
lucky. LMR, you're so lucky.
You're
everybody
so
else, we hope
fancy.
you continue to
She
get drunk
can be
with
there
us.
for all of
Go
the
away.
themed
Go away.
drinks.
Go away.
LMR can be there for all of the themed drinks. You remember what some of the themed drinks from last year at Ice and Fire Con were called?
Yeah, they were like
Oh,
Blue
probably.
Moon, and they were like
Blue
Bud
Moon.
Light, and like
And what were some of the friends that we made? What were their names?
I don't remember.
No, you do. You still get waves from them on Facebook.
Oh, Crystal,
Crystal.
the bartender,
Crystal, the bartender, and her fiance.
Jordan, I think is his name or something.
And we put them in pool. And you were going to be...
She wanted to marry me, apparently.
You were
and
getting married, and I was going to be the maid
you
of
were gonna be
honor.
the maid of honor, and he was gonna be my best man.
And that was her boyfriend.
Exactly, yeah.
So just know
And
that,
they had had 3 kids already.
Oh, they already had 3 kids.
It was complicated for the
it
kids
was
at home.
complicated. I don't think Benji was ready for any of that.
Cough.
Yeah, no,
That's the kind of shenanigans that happens.
That's the kind of shenanigans that happens if you show up unprepared for Ice and Fire Con.
Which I'm pretty much
Exactly.
doing, so.
Yeah, no, like that's just what Ice and Fire. So.
Yeah. Are you bringing Poe?
I was gonna say, I hope you have a backup plan because your last year's plan is coming with you. So,
Poe will not be there.
Oh, monkey.
fuck.
All right. Well,
Would you rather
Yeah.
have a monkey or any other animal?
you want to talk about Lang?
Can I have a
That's
chimera?
that's where monkeys come
Yes,
from. Yeah.
yes, I would have a chimera over a monkey.
A chimera?
Chimera.
Alvin
Yes.
Kamara.
You're talking about chimeras right now?
Yep.
Some
He
would
said
say that
monkey or any other
Tyrion
animal.
is a
I
chimera.
want a chimera.
Did you know that Tyrion is a chimera?
I did not.
It's true. There's a lot of evidence towards that entire conversation. Go ahead and look that up after this. We will be back Monday night
Yes.
after episode 2.
And the oath, I'm thinking about it. So,
God damn it, Theo. You're such a good person.
yes. Been here fucking all night. That's awesome.
And
We
you've
love
been
you.
here all regular night too. So,
Easy, Gus.
easy, Gus. If you haven't somehow subscribed to us on YouTube, please do. If you haven't listened to us via podcast, please do. Listen to us on Radio Public. If you listen to us on Radio Public and or all of our shows on Radio Public at thepodcast.com,
Right.
we truly appreciate it because all the shows at thepodcast.com are supported by you
and they are,
listening
yeah.
to us
Correct.
ramble
And here's
on
the thing.
Exactly.
at
Even if
the
you are a fan of us
podcast.com.
on YouTube, get us on the podcast and just download and delete. Downloads count for us. We appreciate it.
He makes a
I'm
good
just saying.
point.
And he makes a good point,
So,
apparently.
if you are a podcast only listener, check us out on YouTube. Subscribe to us and join us while we live stream these drunken chats,
Right.
especially the Saturday speculations chats like we're doing right now,
Sure.
or
Make sure to hit
the
the
Monday
notification
night
bell so when we go
actual
live, they pop
reaction
up.
chats that we do every Monday night after the true episode of Game of Thrones.
Monday.
Monday. So, I am Lucan of House Black Mead. Our house words are ours is the drink. Our house sigil is an obsidian black chalice on a gold and blue checky background. And you can find me at Luca Ferocious on Twitter, but even quicker at Noah Drink. My final thought is I'm ready for episode 2, but like I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal. Lenny.
Episode 2?
Yeah.
I think episode 2 is going to be, your classic run of the mill episode 2 of season 8 season. So I think that's exactly what it's going to be. So,
And your house name?
my house name is Glen of House Dog.
House sigil
is a dog. I'm a dog.
I'm a dog. I don't think I can really help you.
I'm a dog.
I don't think I can help you. Glenn. Hey,
I'm a
Glenn,
dude.
Glenn, why can't you help me?
Because I'm a dude.
No. What? I'm sitting right here. Why can't you help me? And your house words.
My harsh.
Harsh.
My harsh word. You
They
do,
took your
in fact.
nerves.
They took our nerves. That's my house words. And you missed.
And your final
99.
thought going into episode 2. Final thought.
Going into episode 2, final thought.
Make it good. Don't suck.
Is bird is the word.
All right, bench.
Mau.
Yep.
How's name?
House McLean.
How's words?
House words. It's in your drink alone. Take this.
That's
What
a
is
whole
that, that's mead over there? Or is that
That's a whole lot of me.
And your house sigil.
House sigil, 3 gold triangles on a floating red balloon.
And your final words.
Final word. On this most holiest of Christian days, praise be the zombie. Cheers.
Zombie.
All right. Cheers, everyone. Thank you all